Good morning. Good morning, Chad. Yo, Minecraft, I'm gonna need you to take a backseat on this one. Alright, I'm gonna need you to take a backseat on this one. I'm gonna need you to take a back seat on this one. We are here to solve every single problem in every single server, in every single PinkCubed situation right here, right now, so that I never, and for the rest of my life, have to think about it again. Am I right or am I right? Talk about it. Okay. Char. So, where's the bizarre gameplay? This actually should be a bizarre stream. I think you're onto something. Okay. You probably should have been banned or something, muted. I don't know. You're probably fine. So, make it quick. Char. What we need to do, we need to, as an environment, come together. Alright? Or we need to come together. We need to come together. Everyone's already trying to leave. No! No, I'm not showing you all bizarre. We need to lock in and come together. Okay? Our problem... I'm putting up the Discord. Okay. Bing, bing. TLDR, no one showed up. I'm getting... there's messages in the mod form. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, the situation is... when it comes to modding... there's a situation, okay? Let me pull up the rules. Let me pull up the rules. Alright. Here's the rules. These are the rules, right? Part of our situation is that we have rules against being hateful and against NSFW, right? So part of the NSFW is like, don't post porn, don't post gore. I think that's reasonable. And then part of the hateful thing is like, don't do these things, don't harass people, right? But the problem is that continually we have this problem where we keep like we toe the line and then like people will get punished, but then people won't get punished, and then back and forth, and it's like insane. One of the issues is that I, as a creator, like slop. Okay? I figured it out. It's called slop mentality. Okay? I like slop. On stream, I like talking about pee poo poo. Okay? I like talking about Satoshi being a piss Satoshi. I like talking about cucking. I like talking about whatever I want. Okay? I like it. I like it. Okay? Yeah. And so stuff like I don't know. Like I like talk about like NSFW-esque things in like a joking manner. That's just part of my humor. That's just part of how I am. This shit is lit. Okay? The problem is that I also don't like some things, like people posting like lolly shit. I don't like seeing this. I don't like this play. I don't like the PinkCubed location being seen by other servers as like a lolly haven. I think that's insane and gross. And I also think like, you know, saying you're gonna like rape other people is insane and gross, right? And so I have like my own standards of what I accept and what I like allow, which I can follow on my own stream. But then whenever we come to like the Discord, it gets really brutal because people are like, want to like, I don't know, kind of do things similar to how I do them. But then it goes against the standards. And the thing is, we can find a way to like tighten the standards so that that conduit isn't allowed. But then I can't do my slop anymore. Do you guys understand? That's where my big problem is. If we tighten the rules, like let's say this, right? Don't post NSFW things. Part of that is we could just outlaw all mentions of cum. We could just say you can't talk about cum because cum is sexual, you know? It's literally sexual fluid. We could say no cum allowed. But then I can't talk about cum. And so I don't want to do that. Exactly, but cum funny. Right? Well, it's not hypocritical because I think I can have different rules for the Discord than I do on stream. I think that's fine. But the problem is that I guess it would end up to the point that I wouldn't be allowed to act the way I want to act, right? And then the server, that sucks. I don't even know what Muhammad, I don't know. I do not care that much about specifics. But yeah, that's our problem writ large, is I want to be able to act in the Discord to some degree how I act on stream, because it's fun, you know? I see myself. Oh my goodness, chat, you are here. You are here. So I think it's fun to be able to talk about like pee and poo and cum and whatever, just a little bit, okay? Because it's fun. Did something happen to initiate this discussion? We've been stuck in purgatory for a long time. We've been stuck in purgatory for a long time. The amount of times that I have had, like multiple hour-long discussions about rules is too many, so we need to figure this the fuck out, or I'm gonna go crazy! Yo, thank you for the follow, somebody. Wait, I have to open up my, my thing so I can see follow alerts. I didn't even open it up when I opened the stream. We've hit a breaking point, okay, chat? We've hit a breaking point. Thank you, Cyclotron, for the follow. But yeah, so that's our big problem, chat. Where I want to be able to act a certain way, and I think it would also, yo, do not get mad at my desktop. Thank you, Kayayayan, for the follow as well. Appreciate you. Just be a tyrant and punish people who you don't like. See, that's a really good idea, personally. And I do actually even have a rule that says I'm allowed to be a tyrant. Basically, it's tyrant privilege. So I agree with that. The problem is that, like, I haven't even been seeing people do stuff that I don't like almost at all. I feel like the last time something's in the server that's happened that I don't like would be like when there was only sexual conversation in general for like 4 days straight. And I just started going crazy, and I was like, and that's when so the last time I personally felt like I needed to step in was a month ago, but there's been a lot of moderation since, and that's where there's been a lot of clashing. Yo, shout out my desktop, bro. My desktop's locked in. So yeah, okay, wait. Have you not been posting normally because y'all are just discussing the mod channels? That has been part of it, probably. Yeah, no, I have spent a substantial amount of time discussing rules. We need to escape! We need to escape! He only joins at the tail end. That's not even true, bro. There have been, I don't want to open it up because I don't know what's going on in here, but like, there have been I've spent hours upon hours in the last month in that channel. Haha, pee poo poo, but no blatant gooning. The problem, see, that is what I think that's what I've been trying to do. This is the kind of mentality I have wanted to have in the server, but it can't work because then everybody has different standards for what gooning is, right? That's like what my idea with the rules has been. That it's like, don't post NSFW things, that's the general rule. Don't post porn or gore, and don't be excessively sexual. We give a little bit of extra idea for that, such as like sexual crimes. Discussion of sexual roleplay kinks and fetishes? Oh man, but guys, what if I want to talk about that? Like, do you get with the problem? That everybody has like different standards for this. And so my standards is gonna be different from the mods, each of the mod standards. It's gonna be different from each person's standards. So like, that's where we get stuck. You were the one that put that in there, I know, but I like now looking at it, I hate it. Make someone else the rule arbiter, but then aren't I allowed to but I need to be able to break the rules then. That is not applied in the Discord. Yeah, and guys, so we talk about piss every day, right? Do we even dictate the mod standards? It's impossible! That's what you guys don't get, it's impossible! Guys, it's literally impossible. Because I can't give my take on every single issue all the time. I can't. Thank you, Exorcist, for the fodero. Appreciate you. I just can't. It's too much. It's too much. You know? Like, because is it fine to talk about, like, if you, like, are an ass guy or a boobs guy? Yeah, I think that's reasonable. But is it fine to talk about, like, sounding? Somebody did a sounding thing a second ago. Meme too seriously. Just lock in. Somebody said sounding. Sounding? Where's the sounder? Where's the sounder? I know there's a sounder in here, dude. I know that. Boom! Do like this kind of thing. I think this is a funny message. I think this is a funny message. If you're so good at passing kidney stones, does it mean you would be good at sounding? I don't actually think it's funny necessarily, but I don't think it's bad. I don't want to delete it. I don't think it's bad. Why are we talking about passing kidney stones? Oh, because there's a kidney stone right here. But it's like this type of message it's like some people would consider that overly NSFW because it's talking about like a specific sexual kink, and even according to the rules as written, it's not, it's talking about a kink, but it's not discussion, it's just like mention. So I don't even think it breaks the rules, but some people would be like, but that sounding is inherently going to be NSFW because it's about shoving a metal rod up your urethra. That's, you know what I mean? Yeah, so like the way that like Sip's kind of saying here is that it sounds like Sip's against it here. It's one of the most extreme, okay, I don't think sounding is one of the most extreme sexual kinks, bro. But you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So like, yeah. Dude, sounding is not a top tier sexual kink. Alright. The issue we have, there's stuff that doesn't necessarily break the rules, but it is a not defined gray area, and then somebody complains about it and we act, and then other people complain that we took action. Yeah! Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I do not think any of the mods have Hinamizawa syndrome. I've kind of undid that thought. That was a fun joke, but I kind of undid that. If it was a serious discussion about sending, it'd be weird as fuck, but it was clearly a joke. Yeah, but like, but that's the thing where it's like, you know, but where do you draw the line? Because this idea doesn't work because how do I put that into the rules in such a way that people don't want to fucking kill me? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Yeah. Yeah, kind of deal. And so it's like, I can't actually like put that into the rules of like, that's what I've tried to do. I've tried to have it in the rules in such a way that people are allowed to, like, you know, discussion is bad, but mentions as a joke is fine. But it's just it's too gradient, and then it becomes my problem. And I'm sick of it being my problem. I just want to, like, play Fortnite, man. I don't even want to play Fortnite. And yeah, so that's our issue. Okay, that's the issue. Chat, how do we want to organize this town council? How do we want to do this? W Fortnite. Yeah, because I'm down with, like, changing the rules in such a way that it more aligns with, like, what we very generally want the server to be like. So you can make it their problem. Okay, wait, chat. I'm going to throw out an idea that is a joke, but I think it's really funny. Chat, what if we have an election and we elect chatters from the server to become the president of the server, and then they make the rules for like 3 months, and then a new election happens. And then everybody, all it does is it offloads all of this onto some other person, and then... Wouldn't that be awesome? We could have an election. We could have an election. And impeachments, and then I would be God. And then everybody gets to have elections. See, I feel like that would be funny. And then it becomes not my problem anymore. And then it also becomes content. Then we can have this entire place could be like a place of content. I feel like that'd be really funny. No, but I would be God. So that's the thing. If we did an election, then I would be God, and then the president would be under me. Right? And so I would still, like the president couldn't delete, like, my new content or my announcements. Like, I would still be God, but the president does all the moderation. Boom! You know what I mean? And then I get to be God. Isn't it still your problem if it gets turned into an actual lolly heaven? No. It'd be the president's problem. I'd be God. And I would have some, like, God rules, probably of, like, no, like if I wanted, I could have, like, yeah. It's just solve the problem by creating new problems, but it'd be funny as fuck. Yeah, there'd be like a small amount of, like, a divine, like, constitution. Like, you can't, yeah, no spoilers. If NSFW, then minors can't be allowed in it, that kind of thing. Well, it would be, we'd have to figure it out, right? We'd have to figure it out exactly. But to some degree, there would have to be some guidelines to not break Discord TOS. And then also that I can still, like, function in my normal way, which is, like, to have, like, the new content channels and, like, whatever. But otherwise, it would be, everything else would not be my problem anymore. And, like, the president could just, like, start banning people and execute people. Yeah. So that's my joke idea, but I've also, like, thought about it. Let's try to, okay. Maybe we should try to lock in, question mark? Chat, should we try to lock in What the hell is going on? We're having a town council. We're having a town council. Yeah. Yeah. And then it would be y'all's fault if, like, the, you know? Yeah. Anyways, okay. So. Thoughts on this? We have 2 or 3 options IMO. 1 is to ban minors, 2 is to have reduced NSFW rules, 3 is to have more clear-cut rules. What do we guys think of this? God rules means basically that nothing is going to change. No, what would change is somebody else would be everyone's problem. I want my color back. Yeah, remember when I got personally frustrated to the point that I ripped off Puffy's role? Yeah, that was a bit of a moment. I don't care. I just want to say the R word. Dude, no, something has to change. I personally cannot stand it anymore. That, like, I don't like being in the server because, like, some problem happens and then I gotta deal with it. And that shit pisses me off. You know what I mean? I think people have been voicing that would rather have clearly defined rules because they are annoyed when we decide based on subjective criteria. Yeah, okay. Do we agree that this is, like, I think that's agreeable. And so, these are the options. Right? Do we want to hold a poll? Wait, okay. And this isn't, like, guaranteed necessarily. But yeah, we can either, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. I think we can either, not on the Discord, but I'd like to mention that I think an 18+ server would suck now that Discord is going to start requesting personal information for that kind of stuff. That is something that is a problem that I hope doesn't happen. Because, yeah, I have heard about that, and that is a bit worrying. Yeah, I don't think I would change the server to be 18+, like, in Discord, because I don't know if I trust Discord, but we would make it, like, if we figure out you're a minor, we would ban you. But, yeah, okay. Well, not sexually charged, but, like, we did go on an armpit rant the other day. I'm a minor. I'm a minor. Please don't. Okay, wait. Generally, let me make a poll. How about like this? Clearer rules. Less rules, more. Something like that. I just want to see like a general take. Hot take, but what happened to your old mantra of keeping things vague and then just going at it with discretion? It doesn't work! DC! It doesn't work anymore. We've hit a problem where like, the discretion thing will happen, and then people will get mad. And then it becomes my problem. Where did the issue stem from? Is, like, some people taking things too seriously? Well, okay, so, like, the one that, the specific thing, y'all do the poll. The specific thing, where's the food channel? There was a message in reply to this image of food that said, from Chatamir, that said something like, diarrhea with a bit of cum on it. And Chatamir, it was me. It said like diarrhea with a bit of cum on it. And I read that earlier today and I scrolled past it. And then Sif later came in and deleted it and said a bit too NSFW. And then, but what about Cube Board? I think Sif hates Chatamir, and it became an entire thing. And then we discussed it for like an hour in the mod channel, you know? And that's just one example. That's just one example. You know? Where it's always like a slight thing, and then it becomes an entire thing, and then people point to the rest of the degeneracy in the server as a way to like be like, hey, what did I do wrong? We literally allow piss talk all the time. How can I be a problem? You know? And then people actually get mad. And I think that's a reasonable way to get mad, is being like, hey, like, we literally are like furiously masturbating. I love furries. How strict is Twitch on moaning? Domo Man is talking about being a victim that doesn't really mind something too much. I don't even know what that means. Talking about Hitler. Talking about killing kids. Talking about comfy sibling incest. Spiking drinks. Saliva glittering from, like, making out. Like, the server has a lot of, like, degeneracy in it. Right? And then whenever any moderation happens, people point to the degeneracy and are like, what the fuck is happening? And then they go crazy. God damn it. Can y'all be, like, helpful? Okay, so that's not very helpful. Okay, wait, let me back read. Pink trying to manufacture drama. We need less rules. Maybe do a monthly stream where you go other stuff like the keyboard and potentially discuss rule changes and stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of doing that like impromptu right now a little bit, huh? Sorry, but this made me laugh. This shit used to never happen. Yeah, something changed. The environment, I think we just started getting people that are like people have gotten more comfortable being insane. Which makes sense. I mean, if you're not punished for being insane, you're going to act more insane. And then it's hit like a spiraling point that like some people are too comfortable being insane. Some people get like offended by that. And then it like resentment builds. Thanks for the 50-50 guys. And then it becomes my problem. Make a second server for only Patreon subs and let the original server rot. I think you're onto something. People getting mad is unavoidable. I'm fine with y'all being pissed. I just don't want it to be my problem. Yeah, having a dedicated space for contesting mod decisions, I think that's like reasonable. This is every time there's a ruling at this point. People are skirting rules or like to troll till they're being stopped, post something and it gets deleted. Sometimes it's not justified maybe, but every time it leads to fuck you mods, you are wrong, I don't respect the rules because you enforce them inconsistently. Yeah, and this just clearly can't stand anymore, right? The whatever's happening, there is something wrong and we need to find out how to fix it as a group. I'll make sure to vote for whatever side is losing to make sure it ties again, chat. Who are you? You're not even in the Discord! Yo, bro, I'll see you in 1 second. Cubeboard letting things escape containment is inherently an issue since people love to cube the most unhinged stuff out of context because it's funny. And the thing is, but I love Cubeboard. That's like one of the best parts of the server. And so if, like, we have to then allow escaping containment. I think the rules need to shift around Cubeboard, not vice versa. This server feels too vicious of a place for me to be in. That is kind of one of the downsides, because I like Slop. I like Slop. I like servers that kind of can be kind of crazy. And so, but the problem is then you lose people that are actually like cool. Why is it your problem? Because I get pinged. and whenever the mods don't know what to do on rules, they ask me, which is fair because I'm the guy. Make it someone else's problem. They can make decisions for you. That's the election idea. Okay, wait. See, exactly. Yep. This is the kind of thing I have an issue with, and I might just be sensitive, but I wish the community is nicer, but people can be really vicious, and if they didn't intend to, they'll still get defensive. You said it felt hurtful. It's one of the reasons I'm not in there. I think that's valid. My thing is, like, I don't know if I want to make a space where we protect people too much. And that sounds kind of evil of me. I think it's just because most of the Discords I spend time in have, like, basically zero protections against, like, being rude to other people. And it sucks because some people are, like, people I really like being around can be, like, sensitive, and that's, like, super understandable. Like, I'm reasonably sensitive as well. So it's kind of like, you have to, like, sacrifice freedom for, like, taking care of people, you know? It's a really hard back and forth. I don't know what to... Oh my god, this thing is, like, fucking tweaking. Okay, wait. Let me just back read a little bit. People are just kind of rude. I do think that is pretty true. Well, and, like, I think ideally the system, the atmosphere of the server is that if somebody's rude, then it can, like, self-moderate, and, like, we can just be like, hey, you're being a dick. You know? Like if I see someone being rude, I'm gonna say you're being a dick. You know? And then if they keep being rude, then they just get socially ostracized, right? Like how a normal social group works, where if you're being a dickhead, you're gonna get pushed out of the social group. I love the servers. It fits into my humor. Oh shit, I lost it. But let it be known, I've never been punished. I'm a good boy, W. What happened to vibe maxing? It just doesn't work, man. Appoint someone instead of elect, then they can be better over time. I don't trust anyone. Our community is pretty vicious. Yeah, it's true, Nomo. It doesn't self-moderate? Yeah, it hasn't been, really. That's kind of why we're here. Okay, I think I'm, like caught up. Okay. Stricter immigration laws secure the border. Okay, wait. We need a way. Wait, do we want to do call-ins? Does anybody want to do a call-in? Right? Wait, what if we do call-ins? Call-ins and we discuss? Thoughts? Because listen. Stricter immigration laws equal no minors. Okay, let's make a list of things we need to deal with. List. Let's make a list of things we need to deal with. Agreed? Agreed? I like that idea. Okay, let me go into a channel. I'm gonna just use cubeboard. Okay. Minors. Oh, operations of business. Operations of business. Operations. Wait, can my mic get out of the way? Operations. Allowance of minors. People being rude. Civility. NSFW allowance. Any other ones? I can't get in a call. That's okay. You don't have to be a call-in for me to hear you. General Fight Club nonsense? That's good. Fight Club allowance. I mean, we could vote on hard lines that people want in the server. We could. I feel like we're just going to 50-50. Unclear rules that lead to people pushing the limits. Unclear rules... Limit testing. Okay. Do we want to start going one at a time on these? One at a time? Down the list? Generally have a channel that specifically has more 18 plus? Not really, no. Yeah, and well, that's part of the problem. Is like the vibe ruling, which I think is generally feels pretty good. Is one that people limit test, and then limit testing requires moderation, and then people push back on moderation, and then we doom spiral. Fight Club shouldn't exist. Well, I want to hear what Tui has to say. 2-8? Tui? Concerned citizen of PinkCubed. What is
I have been in this server for over 3 years, and I have seen the downfall. Okay, when they started streaming this Higurashi game, this 8-chapter, 10-part fucked Higurashi game.
Is he right,
the
though?
server has gone down because of these fucking Higurushis.
Timing-wise, it's maybe true. It's maybe true.
Back when this channel only streamed Bazaar for 10 hours, it was better. It was a better server.
Make Bazaar great again!
I think we need to go back to Bazaar.
Okay. Thank you, concerned citizen. Do you have any other concerns other than Bazaar? I think that's a good concern. I think that's a W concern.
That's my one vote issue.
Okay. One vote issue. Yeah, get out of my office. Okay. Chad, I think we're onto something here. I think we're onto something. Okay, wait. We need to... Guys, can we get on track? 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 Pink's channel is 18 plus content wise. I mean, some of my, not really. I mean, some of my content, but not really. And so I think banning manners would actually solve that. Okay, do we want to start with that at the top? Why do you say vibe maxing didn't work? It's just not happening right now. Like right now, we have limit testers, and then limit testers ruined my life. Long before Higurashi. Ain't no way, bros. I don't know. His comment isn't that 18 plus, given he has a lot that appeals to white options like Free Reign and Project Moon. Agreed. Yes, agreed. Like, I think I have a decent amount of my audience that is not 18 plus. You know? And I think the way I act tries to be like, it's definitely kind of edgy, but I am far from the edgiest creator that, like, a person under 18 would watch. You know what I mean? You are very edgy. Dude, I feel, I am not that edgy, bro. Chat, am I really edgy? Do y'all actually think I'm edgy? There's no way I'm actually that edgy. Wait, this is actually, I'm actually curious about what y'all think on this genuinely. Because I don't think I'm that edgy at all. I think I'm like moderately, but like not that much. Like compared to like other like content creators. I think I'm pretty mediocre. Not edgy at all. Sex edgy, not political edgy. Edgy isn't the right word. I don't know. If we go to vibe maxing, the same complaints are just gonna get worse. You're not that edgy. You just go along to any bit. Evict the minors. Dark woke. You're just edgy, not very. Maybe wacky. I wouldn't say edgy. Woke edgy. Yeah. I think I'm pretty moderate. This feels pretty moderate. You're not that edgy for your generation. The main thing is that younger people are just too into shit they shouldn't be, and that's always been an issue. That's fair. Yeah, and that's why I don't think that I'm like a problem when it comes to that gradient. Can we react to a Minecraft video already? Dark woke. Compared to other CCs who aren't that bad. Yeah. I try to be edgy because it's funny, but I try to do. Thank you. Real talk. You tackle extreme stuff maturely. That's what I try to do, and so I try to like engage with it and then also joke about it. But I try to manage it in a way that's like as mature as possible, which is why that's why like I'm worried about like the 18+ thing. But like let's lock in on allowance of minors, right? Do we have anybody that has good, like, opinions on that? What are, like, our main opinions on the allowance of minors? It's basically a yes or no. Let's start with a poll. A general poll in the, just to vibe check. This is not, like, an official thing. Yes, no. Yes, allow, no, ban. One problem of many. It's part of a collection. Banning them from the Discord doesn't ban them from the stream. If you ban minors, a bunch will vanish. If you do get rid of minors, that means we can lessen rules. Well, that's kind of the idea, right? If you ban minors, then the idea is that we can feel morally better about relaxing a lot of the rules, right? That's the allowance. I personally don't like the idea that much, but the idea is that you get to then allow more. Like, this server is too sexual to allow minors, but then, yeah, like, that's kind of the thing. Like, some people would think, and it's maybe reasonable, that the environment of this server is not appropriate for a minor. You know? How are you going to enforce it? Just that if we know you're a minor, you get banned. Like, people are always going to skirt the rules, but it's fine. From my own, like, we just do what we can. From my own experience, younger people mixed in with this more mature content causes problems. Sorry if that sounds disrespectful to them, but it's just the truth. I experienced it on my own server. You can try to separate them with a role, but people can just lie about it. It's hard to manage. Yeah, that's our current thing we need to figure out. Yeah, if you're a minor and you're hidden, like, you're breaking the rules, we just don't know. And that just can't be our fault anymore. Like, I don't know, Pink, if you really want me to be more chill, then we can. We need to we're figuring this out one at a time. Okay, we're 7-4. So we're leaning in the direction of allowance. You just kick people if they're underage, and then liars aren't your problem. Exactly. Yeah, that would be the idea with the minor thing. Oh, 7-6. Okay, it's oop. And it's even. Oh, whoa! I think a banner ban is necessary if we want to obtain a more vibes-aligned system. Personal experience as a recent minor. Even just high schoolers have a similar type of humor, content consumption of what's in their server. And I do, that's kind of what I agree with. Like a 17-year-old, bro, acts, I've been a 17-year-old. I, like the humor I do, I try to handle it in such a way that I don't think it's bad for a 17-year-old. You know, but also, that's just how it kind of is. I don't think it's phrased fine. Yes, allow minors, no ban minors. Like, is anybody confused on that? You won't even let me have a voice. Okay, well, it's roughly half. I mean, a little bit in favor of ban, but like roughly half. I mean, that's pretty much. Oh, we need the comma, guys. We need the comma. Gets thrown into the sun if you get caught. W idea. Okay. So leaning in the direction of ban, but kind of close. And this, again, isn't like... This is a quick poll on Twitch chat that it's not something we are putting into, like, law. Because guess what? There's, like, there's almost 900 people on the server. And I don't know how many people are in Twitch chat, but it ain't 900. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not using it. I'm just doing that to vibe check. Okay, I think these are our options. These are our options. Let's talk about options. So option 1, ban all minors. Option 2, allow minors. Option 3, have a specific 18 plus area channel. Those are, I think, our options, right? Do not give them a special role. Do not give minor. That's a bad idea. You don't want to, like, let people know who the minors are. That's a good way to get minors, like, harassed. That's fucked up. That's also kind of a problem a little bit in the server. Like, we do kind of have a weird culture around, like about who's a minor. That's kind of weird. I don't know why that... I think that's happened, and I don't say this in an accusatory way, but just in a stating the fact way. I think it's because, like, there was the whole thing with, like, Delhi becoming 18 that Delhi was kind of pushing. And then it's like, it became like a thing of like, and Delhi kept saying like, oh, like, you guys are losing your minor. You're losing the minor. And so it was like, everyone was like, oh, the minor thing. Like, yeah. So it's kind of become a thing. And that's kind of bad. Oh, I think I get what you mean now, FBI. Lol. You misunderstanding the poll. Honestly, user error. Not my fault. Think about it. And like, yeah. And it doesn't help that I watch stuff like Monogatari and Mushoku Tensei. But yeah, chat, what do we think about... So we've kind of put... What about a specific area for 18 plus? Would that be helpful? I kind of agree it's weird. I don't think it's weird enough to the point that I wanted to, like, ban it. But I definitely didn't participate. I, like, joined for, like, 2 minutes. Because I just thought it was a little strange. You know? Yeah, kind of where Steve's at. And, like, just me being, like, the content creator, I need to be, like, extra careful, right? Because I really don't want to be a creator that has problems with minors, because, like, we have enough of those already. Like, are we fucking stupid? I feel like trying the specific 18 plus area is worth a shot. Also, what about a channel for serious talk where there should not be any degeneracy? That's a funny idea. So you basically, instead of having, like, a designated place for degeneracy, you pretty much say the entire server is allowed to be degenerate, but then we have a specific place for, like, seriousness. That's like a flip on it. Holy minute-long ad. I'm also streaming on YouTube, by the way. If anybody's getting fucked by ads, just go to YouTube. Thank you, Ice, for the Prime. The resubscription Prime. Make me dictator. Sigh. 18 plus channel in a place with minors is still questionable. Yeah. No, that's... I think that's pretty relatively true. If they admit to being a minor, they get banned. Yeah, there could be something like that. Cancel Pink for the negging thing. Who is this? Yo, bro, y'all cannot be DMing me right now. It's too dangerous. That's how I use Fight Club. For, like, serious stuff specifically. Well, we're talking minors. When we're saying minors, we mean, like, 17 below. We don't want to get confused. And let's not... I don't think we should take into account... You didn't thank my Prime? I didn't see it, bro. You have to like, notify me. Thank you for the Prime, by the way, if you did that. But you have to, like, do the message notification. I didn't get a notif. Thank you, though, if you did do that. Thank you. 18 plus is a bad... It's me, don't open on stream. W. The 18 channel is a bad idea. It's not about you guys. That's the thing. It's not about the specific people that are underage. It's about what we allow in the server with the idea that there could be underage people in the server. It's not about the specific people. It's about the allowance. Okay, yeah. And look, Steve is right there. Full authority to your wisest Discord member. If only there were a good candidate. Lol. It's not accessible to anyone under 18. So, like... Oh, that's just how it works, like, right now. The only issue I have with a minors ban is just the idea of the server being so overly sexual that requires an 18 plus tag. Doesn't feel like it fits the vibe. I don't know. It is a little weird. Yeah, okay, I think that's a valid... Thank you, Zero, for the resubscription. Thank you, Zero. That is kind of like a thought I have, too, that, like, I kind of don't like the idea of the server being one that is... Like, it's like a cycle. I'm scared of the cycle loop, right? Where it's like... Oh, wait, this is in the way. Let me try this again. This is the cycle I'm scared of, chat. I'm scared of the cycle where it's like, The server gets written as 18 plus, like 18 plus brand. We brand the server as 18 plus. And then NSFW content. Content. This is what I'm scared of. Right? I'm scared of the loop. I'm scared of a cycle loop. Where the more that we brand the server as you have to be 18 plus, we have dedicated NSFW channels, blah, blah, blah. The more we do that, the more actual NSF content we're going to get, such as like porn. And then it's going to just loop. And it'll just get more and more sexual. That's like what I'm scared of. And it's a little bit of like a slippery slope fallacy. Oh, thank you, DC, for that. There it is. Thank you for the prime. More of an optics thing. It is kind of optics, but so like it's optics in what other creators will look at my space and think of me, which I'm worried. Like I don't like the lolly thing. I think it's insane. So I don't like being branded like 218 plus, but then also it's like what we allow in the server is going to then lead to that there being more of that content. And like if we ban minors, then it feels like we're branding more in this direction, which will just be begging the server to become more sexual to the point of like it being kind of gross. That's what I'm worried about. I've seen Twitch channels that ban minors just because they don't consider their channel suitable for them. Breaking the cycle, LobCorp reference. Lol. To a degree, the minor bans isn't because we want to be freaky without consequences, because minors are annoying as fuck and often cause problems. Lol. Why not just draw a hard line at porn? I mean, we could. I mean, that'd be the idea of, like, loosening rules, right? We could loosen rules, which would just be, like, no porn, no gore, don't break TOS, and just allow everything else. That is a tack. Optics is sad. I'd rather blank myself than moderate an actual porn channel. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that either. I do not want to see what y'all jack off to. I think that's gross. If we only stopped at porn/gore, then I'd be against TOS unless we banned... It'd be against TOS unless we banned minors. Yeah, that might actually also be true. I think that's probably true. Yeah, because if we loosen the rules to the degree that our only stop is... Like, okay, so when I say that... like stopping, like no porn nor no gore, we'd pretty much be saying we are allowed to discuss sexual roleplay kinks and fetishes, we are allowed to reference sexual crimes, and we are allowed to like say we're gonna like fuck each other, you know? That's what we would be allowing specifically. Mohammed has been here for 12 days, has already forced Pink to revamp the server. You know, and it's like that's kind of the thing. It's like, do we really want to like allow that? You don't have to change all the rules, but then okay, so it is clear that the line is no adult, no porn, no gore. That's always been clear. That is, we've never even had a problem with that. I think the closest thing to a problem is people posting some art that is like too sexual, and I think we've dealt with that. I think that's fine. The problem is whenever we've leaned into territory like this, right? Because there are chatters that like to discuss sexual things in detail. Right? And there are chatters that say they want to like rape each other. And that I think has gone too far. And so I've pushed against it. Right? But then as I've pushed against it, we've hit a point where now we're banning stuff that before the limit testers we probably would have allowed. So we kind of have gotten too far. I made the backrooms comment months ago and it still got deleted. I don't know the full history, and I'm not even trying to like absolutely condemn this behavior, like Puffy, to be clear, because I personally don't care. I care to a degree. I don't get like personally offended. I just want to figure out the best environment for the server, and sometimes that means we have to adjust stuff a little bit. I think there should be a ban on whining about not being able to say slurs. I don't even know what the backrooms comment is. Does it have to do with rape? That's what happens when people limit test. They wind up making the rules harsher, which is why limit testers are bad. Yeah, like people that have gotten close to the line then make us harshen the rules, and then the harshened rules make people that aren't limit testing get mad, and then it's an entire thing. I feel like the rules really aren't the issue. It seems like you more so have a moderation issue. You should be able to give a general vibe, and the mod should be able to read where you set the line. This has been proven to be not something that we are capable of. Either I'm unable to do it, or the mods are unable to listen, and honestly, it doesn't matter which. Puffy has a nickname? Oh, God. I think there's an issue that pops up when communities get too large. Honestly, wait, chat, have we made it? Yo, wait! We've made it! We are finally having a big enough community that I cannot stand it anymore. We've made it! Talk about it. Growing pains, growing pains. Hey, hell yeah, man. That's why I'm against quotes. Ah, but I love cube board. Yeah, and I guess that's actually a reasonable point about how, like the limit testers, that's kind of like a negative connotation, where we do have, like limit testers, but we also have an environment in the server that is based around people being unhinged, and how funny that is. And I like it. Like, I like this kind of thing appearing on the server. This is awesome. This is amazing. You know? More, please. Waiter, more, please. You know? And so I don't, I like that so much. Or even like this, right? Like, teenagers with big boobs, saved, Doomel, 8 stars, Kiss Like 6 watch party, book club. Like, this is like part of the servers, what makes it so fun. What about Puffy's pen? I think Puffy's pen is generally fine. I mean, mention of a vor fetish. And it's mostly just like art of like furries. And not even like sexual, mostly. But like generally, I think it's generally fine. I'm like in briefly scrolling here. I mean, light commentary there, but like just scrolling a little bit, like I'm really not like bothered by this. Yeah, I think the pen's been fine. As far as I'm concerned, it should be a no porn, no gore, no slurs, no limit testing. What about like bullying? But that's the thing. It's like, what about like being hateful? What about bullying? Because those, I like those lines. I like those lines fine. This stuff requires vibes-based moderating. Yeah, and the forms are a little looser, but they're still like in the server, so it's like, yeah, that's true. Okay, but yeah, you gave me a heart attack. I'm sorry, Puffy. I don't mean to hurt you. Like, I think we can all agree on this, right? The only part where this gets a little difficult is the idea of no limit testing is a little bit vague, but like, I think that's fine. Yeah, and I think, yeah, I mean, this is true. Yeah. But then it's like, what do we do? So like these, I think we can all agree on as like a fine rules. It's pretty obvious what's a limit test. Yeah, and that's why like it's obvious enough that I think it's fine. So I think we can all agree on these. The hard stuff is then what about stuff that's like NSFW generally, not porn/gore. Right? Or like bullying, racism, homophobia, or I'll just do phobias, like anti-LGBT stuff, harassment. What do we do about these? Because that's when you start getting more vague, right? Like, because you can be racist without using slurs, you know. And then do we allow that? That's where it gets so hard. That's where I don't know what to do. I feel like we're going to end up with rules that make the server boring. That's what I'm scared of. Get banned for arachnophobia. Yeah. But if it comes down to discretion... then that's the problem. I don't know what to do about that. Like, discretion is when people start arguing and it becomes my problem, which I'm tired of. You know, that's why I'm struggling with this. I think racism and phobia should be banned by default, if anything, just because of the optics. I think that's reasonable. That's why it's been kind of banned. But then we have the problem of, like, in Fight Club, like, people will have, like, takes that are, like, arguably racist or homophobic. And then it's like, do we allow conversation about these? You know? We've had a problem with that in the past. Oh, thank you, Nix, for the photo 6 minutes ago. Sorry, I didn't see that. I need to make my my alerts louder. I don't actually hear them at all. Yeah, and we do generally moderate against the Tyrant-phobia because we know Waldo has it, so we try to be nice about that. Which I think is just, like, that's just being chill. If it's contained to the opt-in and Fight Club, I think that's fine. Just ban those discussions in general. It's just Minecraft. This is Minecraft OFP. Or OST. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Fight Club, is Fight Club, what I like about Fight Club is it's a place that we can have discussion about insane stuff, you know? And so, like, being able to talk about, like being able to discuss racism or whatever, like it's kind of that's like the point of the space. And so if we ban, like, we obviously are not okay with like racism generally in the server, but in like Fight Club, you know, I kind of like, it's a little different because it's like we're it's a place for discussion, and you don't want to ban certain discussion. But don't ban us, please ban us. You can just do it on screen. On stream. That's an idea, yeah. Wait, how political is it? Because I'm not gonna lie, given how stuff is going in the US nowadays, it's kind of impossible for someone not to bring it up. Yeah, and that there's also something about like the world is just getting more and more political. And like the internet is just getting more and more political. So it's really hard to like not to like ban it all through. Settle it with a public execution. Gosh. Okay. I think we're jumping around too much. Sorry. I'm a very scatterbrained person, so it's making it difficult. On minors, I think we're still kind of unsure. I think the thing with minors is if we allow more NSFW-esque behavior, aka loosen the rules a bit, then we should probably ban minors. I think that's kind of where we're at. I think that's a very reasonable course of action. You know? Okay, so I think that's good. It's kind of like a will circle back all conversation. But okay, what about like civility / being rude? So this is like examples would be like bullying, play bullying, kind of in a question mark. Yeah. Like, can I call someone like you are stupid? You know, can I do that or no? Like that's I think kind of the next thing we should move on to. I think almost every rule, Kaka, thank you for the follow. I think almost every rule should have a as per conversation warning before any mod action. I think that is generally, I think, good practice to be like, hey, can you not post stuff like this, and then delete it. And I think usually that kind of thing does happen. PinkCubed Purge arc wasn't on my bingo. When does being rude start? Just no insults and that's enough. The thing is, like, I kind of, yeah, like, you're a moron for thinking X. Like, this is normal. This is very normalized in the server right now. And so if we say no insults, then, which is kind of where we're at, like, in the rules as written. But, like, if we enforce no insults, then a lot of people are going to get hit. You know? And, like, honestly, like, I kind of, like, people get on my case about rudeness when I'm doing it with people who have expressed no real issue with me speaking to them in that way. And that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of like the play bullying thing. That, like, some of the I think it is normalized and not even problematic to, like, insult people back and forth to a degree, right? Some people just do that as, like, it's like, oh, like, almost like their affection or whatever, right? And so it feels kind of bad being like, oh, you can't insult. It's like, I got the perfect thing. Oh my god, I fucking hate Reddit. Why is it being like this? Just give me the image. It's like this. Right? It's like, this is our problem with, like, insulting. right? Where these two people can be insulting each other. I consent. And then we come in, I don't. And that feels bad. You know, that feels bad. And that's, I think, what Puffy's pretty much saying. Or, like, kill yourself-esque things. Like, that's kind of normalized. We literally have a sticker that's about, like, kill yourself. Yeah, we're talking about generally. We're not talking about Fight Club. We're talking about generally. Fight Club we'll get to later. Generally, insults / play insults / person, like, / ad homs. Too woke for pink cord. I'm generally against the concept of banning insults because I think pinging someone randomly and saying fuck you is really funny. What happens when 2 beer-drinking pink-blooded Cubians are shooting the shit and get in trouble for being brash? This is why I say vibes maxing, but how do you moderate vibes maxing without people trying to fucking kill me every day? Vibes maxing, it hasn't worked. Like vibes, but then it always becomes a problem, man. I'm desensitized. I'm also desensitized. That's why I don't care about it. Like, generally. I think vibe maxing, I think the server's getting too big for vibe maxing. Maybe that's the thing. And, like, new people come in and don't know the vibe, and so they can't vibe max. You know? Because the server was so... I haven't needed to moderate on this server for, like, years. You know? Yeah, it worked for years, but I think the server, the new growth, like, playing Higurashi, we got a bunch of new people, which is great. I think the vibe maxing moderation worked for, like, 700 members. But, like, at this point, we're kind of, like... The entry is, you know, we're getting, and I don't want the server to be, like, gate kept by, like, the culture. I think if someone is actually getting hurt for being insulted, they should voice that and the mods can do stuff. Yeah, I mean, that could be, that's kind of a way to do it, right? Where it's like, you kind of make it the victim's problem. Basically, and newbies spawn protection I think is valid too. But you basically make it like the victim's problem. Like, okay, I'll write that. Maybe make it the victim's responsibility to let the mods know that they are feeling bad. I want to make a reference so bad, but I don't want to spoil stuff. Higurashi reference? I'll just keep it that vague. Higurashi reference? I agree with Ice here. Is that was that Ice's message? Yeah, that it's like, okay. I'll stop it if it actually seems like they're getting upset by it. It's not like I'm totally just tearing into people and not letting up. This is internet. You gotta say something if you're bothered. Yeah, we could... we've talked about this before. We just haven't set it up. Okay. No. Chat, I like my ice crushed. You guys know what I'm referencing? I've been begging. I'm fine with setting it up. I just haven't set it up because I'm lazy. And I have other stuff I'd rather do. But I'm so fine with a ticket system. I will give... If somebody wants to set it up, I will give you the perms. Read my last message. Can you just repost your last message? New fucking rules so people don't type elephant. Like, no shit, they're gonna try to limit test. Well, but we have, like, new people coming in, like, saying they're gonna rape each other, right? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like inherently, I'm not convinced that... I'm trying to like safety proof the server. I'm trying to future proof the server. I need the server to be able to hit 5,000 members and for us to not be having these problems. You know? Specifically said they do it because of the culture they saw, which is, I think, and I think that is reasonable enough that it will continue. That our culture is one that's kind of edgy. Yeah. Okay. This, though, make it the victim's responsibility. Add a ticketing system. I think that solves a lot of that, right? Discretion allows for that. But then people are gonna, like, start limit testing. Like, I think I don't know, man. It's maybe. I think generally we should chill out on rules. I do think we should generally chill out, but we need to find a way to like draw a few lines in sand so that our moderation is like locked in, you know? Yeah, discretion leads to a lot of wasted time and fights and everything. Like I'm tired of having to step in to like moderate moderation, you know? I want the operations to flow smoother. But yeah, okay. So how about for civility? It would be kind of okay. It would be a little bit funny if the server got nuked, guys. I'm gonna say something maybe controversial. I really don't take this place that seriously. I don't take my entire channel that seriously. I think unironically, like, at least 5% of my audience is more locked in on my channel and my server than I am. You know what I mean? Because, guys, it's just a Discord server. It's just a YouTube channel. And I think if we let ourselves feel that, we can relax a little bit. You know? I think it's good. I think that's a good mentality. I think it's a better mentality. We should relax a little bit. We should relax just a little bit. That doesn't mean go fucking hog wild and whip our shit out. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, we just want to keep it in perspective, right? We all have our real lives, and should be a fun place for us to relax and have some socializing. Yeah, you're the one hosting a town meeting, bub, and it's awesome. Don't lie, your life has zero channel outside of a YouTube channel. I'll see you in 10 minutes. See, and the crazy thing is that kind of line, by the way, would be like, is that harassment? Whoa, use it as a thing. Neither do I. Let's go trollminus. Well, okay, but I don't troll. It's called being like locked in, all right? Call it, you know, it's called being locked in. Can't even whip it out. Okay, lock in. So this I think is good. And we're gonna do it through a ticketing system. I think that's good. You have a problem with that line if you do it's harassment? Actually, true, yeah. I was personally offended by it, and so I counted it as harassment, and so I did something about it. If you don't care, then the moderation has a hard time caring. Well, I care to a degree. Like, if someone posts porn, I'm gonna deal with it. It's about, like, keeping your life in perspective, you know? So that I care, but, you know, part of what I don't care to the point that I want to have 4-hour discussions every day about moderation. That's the type of caring too much that's making me like not like it. And so we need to that's why I think relaxing a little bit. There's a gradient, okay? Me saying that 5% of my audience cares more about this than me doesn't mean that everybody's like, oh, fuck it, let me just strip naked. You know? Like, come on, luck on. I got what you meant by it. Reading comprehension. But yeah, okay. So I think this is good. And so what this means, though, is that we generally allow insults to the point, or unless the victim is offended and tell us, and then they tell us that they didn't like it, so we can deal with it. That's the idea right now, right? And we do it through a ticketing system. Does this seem good or no? There's a type of care that is a problem in need of fixing on normal. I don't even know what you're trying to say about that. Like, I obviously care about this enough that I opened up stream and am trying to sort through this with like with as many people as I can. I obviously care. Yeah, I mean, it's organized through them talking to us, and if they refuse to talk to us, then it's literally their problem. Like, it is not on the moderation. If we say, hey, if you feel offended, talk to us, and then we are not talked to, that is not our fault. Like, that's so fine. But this also means we wouldn't moderate insults on their own preemptively. That's the big thing, right? Don't ban me, I'm redeemed. You're chill, Uta. You're chill. Is the ticking system going to circumvent that? It makes it not our problem. Like, it better. Yeah, and we can make it anonymous. That's fine. Or, like, have the option for anonymity. I think this is reasonable. Because what that means is that mods don't have to comb through channels to smite any messages that are insults. Those are common. It's the internet. How is anonymity ensured? Is there a bot or a mod for that? I think there is. I think that's the system. That's just how it works. There should be a limit to insults, but I also think it's funny when people just randomly type kill yourself or something. Yeah, like, and saying like I'm just gonna put this preemptively. Right, like, there are obvious other limits, but, yeah. Okay. I think this is reasonable, chat. Dude, the PinkCube's central situation is crazy. This was so crazy, check this shit out. I got Cheez-Its, Ree. Yeah, and if you abuse the ticketing system, then yeah, obviously we're gonna be like, stop doing that or we're gonna ban you. Yeah. I think it'd just be an option, right? There's the option of anonymity. And then I think it's good to have that option. Just so that we make sure shit gets to us more often. Bizarre pivot? We are not finished yet. We are not finished. That'd be a good idea. It would already help if we had a system that gives us user has used kill yourself 10 times today. Well, I'm fine. I don't know. A little bit of kill yourself. Yeah. Like, part of the kill yourself thing is we literally have the sticker. We have a sticker that is basically telling someone to kill themselves. Like, if I'll even do it to someone who wants to be told that to kill themselves. Shion, I choose you. Like, this action, we have a sticker built for this action, and it's pretty much an insult. It's just obviously very, it's just obviously very jokingly, you know? Oh shit! The anti-Higurashi people are coming crazy. I'ma file a ticket. Oh yeah, like I've seen Ben Chicky post this a handful of times. Kill yourself means kiss your sister. You know, like there's a degree that like yeah, the sticker makes it clear that it's mostly joking. Yeah, and so like obviously we accept it to a degree. And so I think the idea is that, let me just post this now so that I can edit it so I don't accidentally lose it. So this idea is that we do not have to do any civility nonsense unless we get a complaint. What caused this stream today? It was just, there was another discussion in mod chat that took the first like hour and a half of my day, and I was like, I need to figure this shit out. It was about like deleting a message about cum and diarrhea. It's like guys, this is what I mean. Let me just go. This is what I mean. This is why it's like, how can I take this super seriously if I'm like, guys, something, wait. There was a serious problem in the PinkCubed community earlier today. Somebody said that someone's food looked like diarrhea with a little dollop of cum on top. And I don't know if I could keep doing this, man. We, as a group, as a community, need to come together on this issue and solve the PinkCubed Central NSFW moderation problem. Vote now. Call the number on the screen below. Are we being for real? Are we being dead ass? Like, I can't, like, it's like, we're talking about diarrhea and cum and piss. Like, do we care? Like, yes, it's a thing we can deal with, but that's why I can't take it that seriously. Because, guys, it's just, like, it's, like, we're talking about something so stupid. We have to, like, we have to look at ourselves in the mirror a little bit. That's how I love to spend my nights. Also, if anybody wants to go to sleep, it's fine. Like, I do want to, like, the point of this is that we can have something kind of, like, you don't need to be here the entire thing. I don't want to keep people up. Well, exactly. Yeah, even Uta, would be an example. Uta didn't consider that to be a problem, it was kind of and Uta came in and was like the one that was kind of like, this is stupid. But Uta doesn't think it's a problem. So it's like, why are we making it into a problem? However, I think according to the rules as we had it, yeah, I mean, it was kind of NSFW to be like, this is shit and cum. But that's just normal in the server, so I think we should adjust the rules. Yeah, and it was NSFW, yeah. But like, the only care I would have had would be like if Uta was offended. Honestly, when I looked at it, I didn't realize until later that it wasn't even Uta's food. But yeah. Okay. You should have done the vote on stream so I could vote. Yeah, and this is how I feel about like 90% of the stuff on the server. Where I like think it's kind of crazy, but like I don't care enough to delete it. You need to be on Cameo. I want to make you say stuff. That would actually be funny. I would be down, I'd be down. Are we getting new people from this? Hello, I'm Cheese and Crackers. I watched a couple of reactions, Pink in there, and mostly ReZero, but I started really fun with Higurashi. Hi. Cheese. Yo. Cheese and Crackers? Talk about it. Nix, what's up? Okay, wait, back to this. About the insults thing, I like using the R word because it's just a good fun word to use, but when people like Uta don't want me to use it near them, then I won't. Yeah, and that's called being like a sane individual that like tries to respect other people's boundaries, and I think that's good of you to do. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was why we had the discussion, because I thought the food thing was a bit, I thought it was like, we need to be able to say diarrhea and cum. You know, that's kind of part of why we had the discussion and why I'm here. But it's really not about that, it's just about, like, the server as a whole, right? Mpreg! Somebody did a super Mpreg react and took it away. But, okay, yeah. So let's go back to civility. Here, we're generally allowing insults. I guess we're talking about the R word, right? Which, you know, exists. That's kind of, I think, part of this. What about slurs? And I'm putting slurs in quotes. I probably shouldn't. Yeah, what about slurs? Like retard. I'll just say it. It's fine. I'm saying it in a very neutral tone. Retard. Is this a slur? Do we ban it? Do we ban? Do we care? Or like obviously like the N-word we are banning, right? Like we have some level of like easy ban, but something like the word retard is one that is like, you know, it's kind of normalized and it doesn't really feel like it's definitely not on like the N-word status. What if I think retard is not a slur, but actual slurs should be banned? Auto mod, retard shouldn't be banned, Rika juice. This is kind of our next thing, because like that word, I don't use it personally, but like a lot of my friends use it. I think people generally in the server, some people use it kind of normally. Say the N-word, I'm quoting it. Dink dink. You're saying one of them and not the other. This is kind of clear cut. Well, it's clear cut for me, but it's not clear cut for everyone else. That's why I'm trying to like get y'all's take. So yeah, like slurs generally, no, like the N-word or like like the F slur, F-A-G, etc. etc. Like, you know, I don't want to, I think that I'm fine to like say no to. But then we have stuff like what about, okay, but is quote chink or quote cracker, are those problematic? You know, big questions. I think, like, cracker's gotta be fine, right? I feel like cracker isn't a slur, but do some people take it seriously? Like, Oh, yeah, I don't think it's on the same level as the N-word. I mean, I'm using this as a... This is, like, this is the harsh line, and then, like, this is, like, the gray area. Right? And that's kind of why I'm, like, trying to bring this up. Is like, this is why it's, like, hard to moderate something like this. Clearly because of Rika juice. Hello, Minecraft? What? Is this still Minecraft music? Oh, it became Library of Runa music. Oh my god, I just got copyrighted, you bitch. Characters based on race in the same way, you have to ban them both. Well, that's kind of the thing, but like, dude, who cares about... I'm literally, like, I know I'm like a white guy. Like, guys, In the same way that like a black person and the N-word, that's like I'm a white guy with cracker. Like cracker is not a real, like who cares? It's not real. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Could be a ticket issue. So we like allow it sometimes, like situationally. I don't use the R word if someone asks me not to, but like, yeah, it's like, cause we're talking about a broad ban. We're talking about a broad ban of this stuff. No slurs is less headache for you than some slurs. If you need to draw a line in the gray, you're gonna get dragged into discussions. That's fair. I did see that, Sinbiki. Yeah, like, who actually seriously uses the word cracker? Are we stupid? Just ban them all. This is true. But like, can I say like cracker as a joke? You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of a fun joke to be like, yo, what's good with you, my cracker? You know, it's just, it's so, yeah. Yeah, I am kind of leaning towards just the total ban. Let me throw out a poll for y'all. Slurs. Total ban on everything. Including... Total ban on every... Total ban. No, no troll. No trolls. Why is it so short? Partial ban. Just do that. You can because you're white. If somebody that wasn't white called me a cracker, I don't think I would care. But like, it's whatever. Maybe that's just me. It's just bad because Discord TOS. It's used specifically towards disabled people. I did not say the N-word on stream. I did not say the N-word on stream. Partial is just anything, like, we'll need to figure out exactly what partial is, but just not total. Right? The idea of, like, maybe the R word in to some degree, maybe other words to some degree. Yeah, and, like, I haven't seen the R word used against disabled people in the server. I think that would be especially bad. I think where I've seen it used is like, that law is R. You know what I mean? Or like, Republicans are R, right? Like that kind of stuff in Fight Club is like where I've seen it. And it's not, so it's not like targeting, like that's kind of the difference with like N-word. N-word is like specifically targeting that group, but the way that the R word is used, it's used as a general, like kind of edgy insult. Like it's the same way you would say like stupid. That's like how it's used, which is why it's a little bit harder to like, yeah. Okay, we're 50-50, like we are on every single question, Paul. And that's what makes it a little harder. Politics and calling people you disagree with R word goes hand in hand. Yeah, and that's probably why I'm very like used to that word being used. Is because I like engage in a lot of like politics spaces. Not even that much, but like I have a lot of friends that are like very politic oriented. And so I hear, you know what I mean? Like from their like communities or whatever. What's up, AG? There's a deep difference between being a synonym for stupid and being a personal attack on someone particular. The voting situation is wild. Yeah, pretty much 50-50. There isn't a fun alternative for it. I mean, hey, restrictions are a vessel for creativity. Yeah, I think that's the back and forth, right? Like, we either allow it to some degree and allow a little bit of gray zone for fun, or we ban it to save future headache. Right? We don't need slurs to be funny. Disable Discord in the chat call today. You didn't need to stream this. Could have just asked me. Yo, AG, we get it on Bazaar after this or what? Or don't allow it as a personal attack. Quit streaming too while we're at it. I'm gonna die. I don't think there's botting. No, I don't think there's botting. We went up 10 viewers. It's called being the GOAT. Our word Azar has been hurtfully used against people with any neurodivergence, even if you don't intend it to be offensive. Is it TOS? Wait. Can we get source on TOS? Are you playing Bazaar of stream? Are the rumors true? You want to know? You want to know if I've been playing Listen. I may or may not have been top 10,000. Not this patch, but the last patch. I was top 10K. I'm not even going to pretend. I reached the top rank. I reached top 10K. I was crazy. I didn't even play it that much. Okay. The use of the word retard or retarded as an insult is generally considered a violation of the terms of service regarding harassment and hateful conduct on most major social media, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we should probably say no to it, huh? That is funny. Go to nice mirror. I'm not going to nuke the server, it's fine. I'm leaning towards just ban it, just for our own sanity. And then maybe later as a treat, if the Discord's like really good, then they can get it as a treat later, right? It could be like a treat for dogs. Not TOS on Twitch or Discord. Oh! Guys, we're getting some interesting developments. Do I need to do my own research? All right. I feel like it's probably technically not allowed, but not actually not allowed. You know what I mean? What am I even looking at here? Well, this is exactly what I mean, right? Where it's probably like technically not allowed, but like an actual use, it is totally fine. I'm like almost certain, like it's like technically against the law, but no one gets punished, so it's not actually against the law. I think that's the situation. Yeah. I think because guess what? I think Discord deals with moderation the same way I've been trying to deal with moderation. They don't use their power unless they feel like it. They don't care about the rules. They just care about what they want, and they use the rules as an excuse. No, yeah, I know it's gonna be against the rules, but like, doesn't matter. That's the thing. It doesn't matter. People I'm gonna prove a point. I'm gonna go to a Discord. I'm gonna type the word. I'm gonna see how many times it appears. 19,000. I went to a Discord that I frequent. It has 19,000 of the word retard. Right? So it's like, it's just gotta be. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's technically against the rules, we are never getting punished for it because nobody gets punished for it. Depends on the server. Well, how is our server gonna be? This one is definitely insulting people using the word. Blank person being extra R this morning. You know what I mean? Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm saying Discord itself uses the discretion. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so, but to say that it's TOS is like technically true, but like an actual application is just wrong. Like, that's not how it works. Like, actual servers don't get punished for this. Or like, let me do Flaming Shark. Flaming Shark Discord. Oh, it looks like they're actually arguing. Wait, peek. I went to the Flaming Shark Discord. Like, wait. We have to read this. Look, some random person there. Issue I'm having here is that outside of a few niche contexts, the word retardation is essentially completely vanished from local vocabulary. If you tell me that you generally think the moron is as bad as retard as a slur, then honestly I'm just calling you a liar. Sure, yeah, this person's saying that... Oh, so it's against the slur rules here, probably. It sounds like in this server, it's against the... In the Flaming Shark server, it's against the rules. I think we probably say no to it still. I think we say no to it because who really cares that much about being able to say that? Be more creative, right? Like, it just saves us the headache. But I don't think it's TOS. It's literally, like, technically it's TOS, but in actual application, it's not TOS. Like, nobody cares. So I think, yeah, I think that I'm fine with saying no. Yeah, I think I'm cool with this. Draw the hard line in the rules and use judgment to decide. 90% of people saying it would mean no harm, but like, don't you like? This was like the better time to keep rules loose to avoid the headache. I guess the option is we could either... Okay, wait. This is our option. We either ban it outright, or we do the same thing here, where we just make it like the victim's problem. Right? Because that, like, I'm just trying to reduce the amount of work that mods have to do while also not, like, ruining it entirely. Ban it. I'm seeing a ban it. Infinitely more work, but it's only if people actually get upset by it. Just ban it, ban. I like ban. I like ban. That's just, I was giving the alternative. I'm just giving the alternative. Yeah. It's a very minor thing. I don't care. Okay, W. I don't care. W mans. Okay, good. I like that. We genuinely woking it right now. Just call each other something more creative. No, that's not what I'm saying, Sif. I'm not saying for every slur. I'm saying for, like, edge cases. N-word is obviously banned. You're, like, catastrophizing. Chill out. Why would we need to allow it? Fair. I mean, I don't use the word, so it doesn't affect me. Woke is back on the menu, loser. Then what's an edge case? R-word. Win the game for free. But yeah, no, I'm fine with just ban. We're just banning everything. Okay, NSFW allowance. NSFW allowance. I don't want people joking about raping each other. I think that's just bad. I think it's bad thing for new people, especially. Ideas. NSFW channel. Sorry, I just hit the mic. No, I mean, we're doing outright ban, so no use in Fight Club. Ruse should just be an excuse for us to point to when mods punish people, not a checklist to bind the mods into acting when someone says diarrhea pizza. I generally agree with that. Yeah. I even said something just like that in mod chat a minute ago. Super explicit rules or shackles for mods? Well, I feel like we're not being, I think we're being fine. We're just saying, like slurs. Just, like, if someone says, if you're a mod and you see someone say a slur, just tell them, don't say that and delete it. And then if they keep doing it, then we'll actually have to do something about it. Like, I feel like that's super easy to work with. If you discuss the use of the word, I think that's fine. I mean, that I think is obviously fine. And, like, if somebody was like, hey, guys, do we think it's okay to say the word retard out in public? Right? And then somebody had a very civil conversation about that, and mods came in and banned it all, I would think the mod is stupid. Like, that you know what I mean? Like, there is still some discretion there. But, like, yeah, that's like, oh, it's fine. You sound like a Redditor. Wait, everyone's fighting each other in chat. This is lit. Slop it in auto mod. I don't know, yo, bro, chacho. Yeah, so I don't think we need to auto-mod it. I mean, I'd be fine with auto-modding something like the N-word. Or like, we could auto-mod like a couple if we really want to, but we just don't have that problem. I don't think anybody's ever said, wait, I gotta check if it's actually ever been said in this server. Okay, there is one of the N-word. There is one. I'll make it public. Okay, it has been said once. But it is kind of the exact context we were talking about just now, where it's a discussion of the use of the word in Fight Club. So it's literally the best case scenario. I'll delete it just to make a point, but it is that there's no punishment there. I don't care. You know what I mean? I look it up with an A. Oh, well, they're talking about the show. That's fine. That's fine. They're talking about literally a series. That's literally nothing. That's fine. Yeah, that is not, I don't care. That's fine. I'm just deleting that just to save headache later, but like, you know, that use of discussing the word I think is fine. Token black guy W. Prove it. Show skin on camera. Where was I? Keyboard? Okay. So. Yeah. I think we can move on from the slur thing. NSFW allowance. This is still kind of in context with the minors thing. But like, let's try to just think of it on its own. What do we want to be okay with NSFW? Now, obviously, I talk about piss on stream, right? We could just start there. Prove your biometrics now. I've broken this rule every day. Yeah, we're definitely like a lightly NSFW server at minimum. Say the N-word now. Y'all are stuck on the N-word. Penis rating channel. That's DMs. Oh, to end it, if we allow porn on the server, just absolutely not that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. I don't want porn on the server. I think I'm pretty against porn on the server. Just the idea of y'all knowing what each other are, like, jacking it to, and the vessel for that being the server is insane to me. Yeah, NSFW channel does imply porn. It absolutely does. We already do. Well, but like, I just don't send porn to each other. An NSFW channel with no image uploads. Yeah, all right. Okay, well, let's think like, why are, okay. How about this? Why, like, obviously, okay. Obviously no TOS breaking. Other than that, what do we care about banning at all? What moderation at all is wanted? I think that's our thing right now. Yo, should we do this every month? Monthly town council on stream where we try to like help the server? That actually could be fun, Brie. This is an NSFW allowance. When we're talking about NSFW, what do we care about? Actual porn banned, TOS banned. I don't know if we're planning to ban minors. Thanks, AG. I don't even know about making it. I'm not even trying to talk about NSFW channel. Like, escape from the NSFW, that's a later thing. Chat. I'm just talking about what are we comfortable and not comfortable with having at all, right? No porn. I think we all agree with no porn. Not all, but like, I agree, I think no porn's fine. I think we're good with no porn. Okay, so no porn. I'm fine with that. What else is the limits? Can I not talk about specifics related to porn? That currently, that's not what I'm saying. That's kind of a question. Are we allowed to talk about, like, porn games? Discussion on porn. You know? That kind of thing. No rape jokes, clearly. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine to kind of have... We're good with no rape jokes? No rape jokes? We're good with no gore? Right? Yeah, and like obviously links to porn counts as porn, right? If you guys wanna send like your NSFW media to each other, do that in DMs. All right? I don't care that you guys are doing that. I don't care. Just don't do it in the server. Just DM each other. It's that easy. It's literally that easy. Jokes involving sexual violence. Yeah, we could kind of like broaden rape a little bit to be like, yeah, and that's just kind of nasty environment. I think that's fine. Like targeting negative sexual stuff towards each other. How much gore is gore because Project Moon exists? Gore being like, well, gore obviously, I mean, in like the right, like, I don't know. I think it's general. Do a pull if Shinobu feet should be allowed? No. Yeah, and I, like, kind of, I think that's, though that's fine. I think having, as long as it's in the channel, it's, like, so fine. This is kind of like, there is a little bit of give in the rules for, like, the channels, I think. I think that's fine. I'm fine with, I want Shinobu feet to stay banned. I want Shinobu feet to stay banned. But, like, if there's, like, free Rin art that is, like, a little bit sexual, it's fine. You know, as long as it's not, like, porn. And then, like Kill la Kill. Like, a screenshot from Kill la Kill, fine. Armpit licking one, fine. Like, at least with this idea of, like, no porn. Like, the armpit licking one is not porn. That is so far from porn. And, like, gore, yeah, gore obviously includes real-life gore, but when it comes to, like a part of a piece of media that has something that's gore-esque, it's fine. Oh, God. Well, as according to the rules we have right now, if we don't want that to be the case, we can talk about that. It's just, that definitely is not porn. Like, there's no porn involved with, like, a horse girl licking a horse girl's armpits. That's not porn. That's not porn. It's sexual, but it's not porn. Porn is, like, nudity, bro. I think it is kind of nasty. Open gen chat. It's so hot, though. I'm coming. Somebody post the armpit one. Yeah, this. It's like, guys, this is not porn. It's definitely kind of nasty, but it's like sexual, but it's not porn. I'll cover it up for you. Wait, chat, is it more interesting to you with having part of it cut off? Yeah. So like, so is this something that we think's a problem? You know, is this too sexual? I don't think it is. I think it's fine. If you're covering it up, it's an issue. Chat, you're the armpit, chat. Do you want to taste? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's... Isn't it porn for the people with the king? It's like so softcore that it doesn't even count. But like, that's kind of what I mean. I personally think it's fine. Do you guys not think it's fine? This is the conversation. We're having a conversation, chat. That is like the point of the conversation. That I want y'all's takes on this so we can figure it out. If you're covering it up, it's an issue. I mean, I'm fine with having it on screen too. I'm aroused. It's totally fine. Ew, yes. Personal taste, not too sexual, but we should limit stuff. Should we limit stuff like this for general? Yeah, I mean, do we want stuff like that in general? Chat's a decent question. Define porn. I think like a classic painting would be like that is kind of an entire thing, yeah. This is still fine, right, boss? It's a good question. No, this is bad? Oh, what do you mean? Wait. We can't... If we allow the armpit, we have to allow two gay men kissing. We have to. There's no way the line is somewhere between these. Get him! Get him! That's my line. It's real people. That's so fine. This is so fine. If we're allowing any NSFW, we're allowing that. You know what I mean? Both are fine, but shouldn't be in general. Kissing isn't NSFW. I just saw the bazaar. Oh, Vanessa! Vanessa! Okay, well, okay, so this is kind of where we're at then. Like, this is the big problem, I think, with the NSFW one. Post yaoi kissing, bro. That's better. Lol. I think that's the one of the really hard problems, that a lot of these, like, we found a way to make this, like, not a problem generally, I think. And, like, the slur thing, total ban. But, like, yeah, we need to, like, it's hard to, we can't total ban NSFW. We can't total ban NSFW. This one, I think, needs to have some degree of gradient. Right? Real people should be banned. Not fine for general, but then where is it fine for? Like, what? Is it fine for funny haha? Is it fine for 6 hour mode? Is it fine for cube board? I mean, like... And now we got a yes and a no. And then an NSFW channel. But, like, but then I just don't like the idea of an NSFW channel. It's fine anywhere. Yeah, like, I don't like if we're not letting it in general, then we have to go NSFW channel. But I don't even know how much I want to, like, be against it in general. Getting semantical. That's the problem. I don't know how to escape the semantics. I mean, okay, let me just do a poll for fun for NSFW channel, huh? Yeah, just generally. Right? Like, exactly. Like, it's either like everywhere or it's like only in NSFW place. No one cares about the 2 dudes kissing. Well, but there's like the line. This is a place where we're gonna get limit testing. That's why, like, I feel like we need to figure it out. Oh God, y'all want an NSFW channel that bad? Yeah, I don't think the kissing gift's an issue, but I'm worried about people limit testing. Also, yeah, there are some people that are gonna care about the dudes kissing, you know. There's no way that is banned on other servers either. This is Goon Central. I feel like we've held this poll before and it was more evenly split. Oh, remember? Yeah, remember we literally did this. I just never set it up because I'm lazy. And also nobody else ever set it up. Man. I feel like I had it in here somewhere. Maybe not, though. We're getting into 2023. All right. NSFW, which allows spoiler tagged artistic nudity and discussion of NSFW topics that don't break other rules. Limit is nudity, everything else is fine. Yeah, it's definitely not a porn channel. We can't set it up because we have no power. Then I'll tell you whatever power you need, I'll give you. Right click your server categories and click mark all as red. Reason for non-general is that's the place newcomers come. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. Okay, well, okay, so a no nudity allowed, like the things that would be allowed would be like tier lists, would be like maybe artistic nudity. that kind of thing. But otherwise, it would be no. So you can't like share porn, you know, and you can't and it would be a no to like being like, this anime girl is really hot, let me send it, even if it's like not nudity. Like that would still kind of be a no, maybe. Rules from Tiabu's Discord. I don't know if do those rules work on that Discord. I don't go to that Discord very much. Only 67%, 6-7, 2/3. That's actually, it kind of adjusted at the end. It's really not too bad. So it was 7-14, right? But then, like, what about, like, so we're saying we would put NSFW stuff there. What about, like, the kissing thing or, like, the armpits thing? Like, can we say this in general chat or no? Or would this be too much still? Right? Are we saying, like, no NSFW, like, anywhere except in there? And so if you want to post this, you have to go somewhere else? And, like, same with, like, this? Because that's kind of an entire thing, right? Kissing whatever, armpit too much. Nudity is not always porn, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, true, but it's just, it can get a little gray. I would say yes. Armpit is explicitly a sexual kink. Bro, I find kissing to be sexual. This is, like at this point, like, this, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it is more normalized to kiss. Yeah, you know, it is true, but it's kind of the thing. Anything beyond goes to an NSFW. I don't want porn. I still don't want porn. Do you see people licking armpits like that in public? You would be surprised the places I go. In general, okay, yeah. Redefine, lock in. So, that's really funny. We have like two conversations going on. We have the idea of an NSFW channel and what we allow in there, and then also what we allow everywhere else. So let me put this. What do we allow / ban generally? And then what is allowed in hypothetical NSFW channel, right? These are like our conversations. So I think generally we do this. Yeah, no, the kissing thing's fine. I don't want to, I want the kissing thing to be fine. I think the kissing thing is fine. So no porn, no rape jokes, no gore. And then, like, sexual conversation, or this is generally, or outside of NSFW channel. How about like that? So right now we have like this. Okay. Art of self-harm or implied self-harm count as gore? That's a good question. I mean, I don't think so. Like a scar. I don't think a scar is gore. But like, if it was like an active wound, that would obviously be gore. But like, scars should be fine. You know? I don't want to have, I don't think we want to have a newcomers welcome channel. I think general chat should just be the newcomers chat. Like, that's just kind of how it works. I think NSFW but no porn is dumb. I'd be fine with porn. I don't really want porn. What about porn but no NSW? What does that even mean? I don't want any porn in this server. I think it's weird. Remember when you allowed a BB to post Goro? Yeah, it's lit. We probably won't allow that anymore. Well, I don't know. I don't think a lot of the Abibe posts are that bad. That's really the thing, dude. I have such different standards for what gore or porn I think even is compared to people. I don't find the armpit thing to be bad at all. Apparently some people think that's crazy. And then there's been like the thing of like Abibe posts like the anime girl like chopping off her tongue. Yeah, saying that out loud, it's kind of insane, but I look at it and it's like, I don't think it's gore. It's fine. It's not like somebody splayed open. Creating an NSFW channel is going to mean that diarrhea nut sandwich will be punished in general. Well, exactly, right? Like, and that's why I'm trying to distinguish, like, are we, like, what exactly is the difference between the NSFW channel and the non-NSFW channel? right? I kind of, that's why you just ban minors. And that's another, yeah, I mean, another route is that we just ban minors and then we don't make an NSFW channel. We still allow no porn, no rape, no gore. And then, but then we, like, general chat can have a conversation about topics, you know? Yeah, the point would be, it sounds like the only use case right now, if we're allowing minors still, is that it's a space to talk about sexual things writ large, right? Like, you could, like, have a discussion on, like, sounding, you know? But that also means that we would prohibit that in other areas, which means that we would have to moderate it in other areas, which kind of sucks. Blanket ban on ERP would be great. Yeah. Don't make an NSFW channel, you invite oddball behavior. I think that's kind of true. I think a convo on sounding is worse than sending porn. Really? Really? Actually sending... Wait. We're holding a poll. We're holding a poll. I'm not liking this NSFW distinction because I don't like how it requires NSFW moderating in Gen Chat. It's like the same problem. Wait, which is worse? I'm blinking it just in case Twitch doesn't let me. OUNDING. Which is worse? Sending someone porn or a discussion on sounding? What do y'all think is, like, more controversial? I'm actually curious. I'm saying, like, more like explicit, controversial, like worse, like to send in a public channel. You know? I'm not talking about what you're into, bro. This is also a discussion, right? Not like, it's, you know. Sounding is more controversial, taboo, not wanted, says you. You've clearly never done sounding before. Yo, get a load of this Puritan. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is pretty much what I was thinking. Like, this is definitely way more extreme. To, like, send in a general chat. I've also never done sounding, nor do I plan to. I think it's kind of crazy. But it's definitely, like, yeah. A discussion on it is definitely not on the same level as actually sending it. Though it is 2/3. I mean, reasonable distinction. Third option for equal. Oh, blaming the poll because it's against you. Crazy. I ain't been seeing this in the previous polls. Okay. It would be too much work for us if it's not for porn, and the distinction is that all other channels are heavily restricted on sexual stuff. It'd be a nightmare. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. If we have an NSFW channel, then that means that we have to moderate NSFW everywhere else, and then we're gonna get stuck in the what's to NSFW problem for, like, normal conversations in general chat. Because, like, if you have a normal conversation in general chat, there's a good chance that it's going to get a little bit spicy at some point, right? Just a little bit for flavor. That's pretty common with how the server functions. And so if we have an NSFW channel, then it, like, demands that everybody like do it there, and, like, that's just not, like, you know, it's gonna require stepping in to make that happen, which is kind of annoying. So, but at the same time, it's that annoyance weighed against the atmosphere of general chat having sexual pollutant. Why Sermon is DMing you? I don't know, B. It's just everyone's gonna have different takes. This is where we get into the gray area, not like nightmare. This is where that's what I'm scared of, is the gray area nightmare situation. Yeah, and Fight Club is similar, but with politics. It's just like the content I engage with is inherently brings in more sexual people than more political people. I think real people kissing is so fine. Yeah, like this is, yeah, it's just, blech. I don't know how to handle this one. Yeah, I mean, nudity is a clear line. No porn. And that's basically what I mean by nudity, right? Like, no porn. Yeah, I mean, this is, I think this is, this is currently our line. Currently our line in the sand is no porn, no rape, no gore. Right? And that's why I like the word porn more than I like nudity, because it includes stuff like stuff that's like softcore porn, you know? I mean, more chica conversations. Yeah, like I want to talk about how hot Toy Chica is. I think I need to be able to talk about banging Toy Chica. Okay? That is a requirement for the server. We need to be able to talk about banging Toy Chica. Yeah, and this is close to where I am. This is real. Fuda Toy Chica. See, I just like reading that word, but like we don't like saying like the words Futa Toy Chica is kind of funny. But if you were to say like I want to slobber up and down Futa Toy Chica's giant horsecock, that would be a problem. Nobody clip that out of context. Nobody clip that out of context. But that would be a problem. You know what I mean? Like we can't be doing that. What's going on? I am so sorry you walked in the door. That was your first message, and I said that. I would like to personally apologize to you. I am sorry that the first thing you heard me say was talking. I was saying that would be wrong. Yeah. Yeah. We're having a town council discussion about what behavior should be allowed on the Discord server. That's our discussion. So we're trying to figure out, is something like talking about slobbering on Toy Chica's Fuda cock something that would be allowed or not? I think that's probably too far. I do know about that ball. I think it's terrifying. It's oddly humanizing, and I need to, it's very deeply troubling to me. I think it's like, bro, it feels like I'm getting fucking psyoped, bro. I hate that shit. We have to escape. Don't go into that Epstein stuff, please. I can't take it, bro. It's hard enough dealing with the PinkCubed Central situation. We cannot be dealing with the Epstein situation on top of that, Ree. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Sub to your channel a month or two ago. My bad, bro. Like, this is the kind of problem that I'm out here dealing with, man. I'm out in these streets having to police these animals. You know? Yeah! 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 You know what I mean? It's just hard, man. I don't know what to do about it. Besides the nose, crazy. This is why discretion maxing is needed. There will need to be mod discretion one way or another. So saying no porn, nudity, gore, R-word, overtly sexual talk is up to mod discretion. Might just be easier. That's kind of what we have right now. And then it always just gets into fucking issues. I don't trust that, like, the discretion, it's the ideal, but in what's actually happening, it's not working. Doctored image. But this is what I mean. Like, that is a funny joke. That's a funny joke. It's also deeply troubling, but it's not like something I want banned in every single channel, right? Like, that's like the culture. With a ticket system that doesn't end in endless discussions, I'm actually in favor of a monthly or bi-monthly town hall. I'm not doing this shit bi-monthly. I'm down with monthly. I'm down with monthly. State of the Cube. But yeah, well, that's kind of thing. Like, there's a reasonable chance that, like, this would be like, oh, it's referencing something political, we need to ban it, and then we can only say it in Fight Club. And I can understand the logic, but it's like, you know, this is funny, and I like being able to, I like the joke, and, like, it's good, you know? Oh, God. I don't want to bring Lolly into all this right now. I can't. No, we're not doing bi-monthly. Bi-monthly means twice a month, right? In my mind, bi-monthly is twice a month. Because it's twice a month. That's what I think. What are your thoughts on the Kiss X Sis watch party? I think it's a little strange, but it's everybody in it's 18, and they're making sure everybody's 18, so it should be fine. For me, it's once every 2 months. Yes, bi-monthly is 2 a month. See, it's split. It's evil. It's evil, bro. No, some people think it's twice a month. Did I send you an email? I forgot I DM'd you. Yo, bring out the emails, bro. Bring out the emails. The PinkCubed email situation is crazy. Semi-monthly is twice a month. Semi-monthly? Yo, has anybody heard of the words semi-monthly before? I have never heard of the word semi-monthly. I feel like we're lost. Hates Rika. Made up. Never. It can mean either. Just finished today. Lol. Okay, anyways. Let's try to get back on the rules. Back on the rules, chat. We're trying to make some... Wow, we're getting a lot of new members for this. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Okay. So. NSFW. Time to start my email. Please, do not email me. Do not email me. Do not email me. I do not want to see my name pop up in a single file. The title is prime clickbait. It is true. It is true. Okay. So. Slurs. Edge gone. What if it's for business? Just DM me on Discord, bro. Ah! Yo, is Discord DMs the modern equivalent of Epstein emails? I thought you did something bad. Okay. Arguably, people think I do something bad by being a shitty, like, moderator. Like, that's why I'm even here, is because it keeps becoming my problem, and people hate me. Right? And so I want to find a way for the server to stop hating me. And to, like, actually, like, function better. You know? That's what I'm that's like that we are here from like a controversy, which is that our server is a nightmare where everybody gets mad at each other all the time. All right. By not uploading. All right, lock in. So, NSFW allowance. What do we allow? No porn, no rape jokes, no gore anywhere. I kind of don't like the idea of the NSFW channel. I kind of don't like the idea. Because I don't like the idea of a NSFW channel because it means that the rest of the server needs to be moderated to not allow whatever the hell NSFW means. And also, yeah, and also as somebody that just joined in, this is rare. Thank you. This is fresh perspective. An NSFW channel just kind of sounds like you're going to have people send porn. And I think that's kind of weird. Even if that's not what it does, I still think it's kind of weird, like just looking at it. Knowing it's in the server, I think it's just weird. So yeah, I think we can be against that. But then, if we say no NSFW channel, that means that we are allowing some degrees of NSFW everywhere else because I think it's good. But now the question becomes... Locked behind a role and only visible. It's the same problem where we would have to moderate the rest of the server. It's the same. It's like it's the same thing where if I say the word, Low Kirk Ewan-Lee. If I say the word Low Kirk Ewan-Lee, I am referencing a political. I am referencing something political, which does kind of arguably mean Fight Club. But at the same time, yeah, exactly. Zero just made a good point. Somebody just deleted my message. Like that's what I mean. Move that to Fight Club. But it's like, I kind of, like, it's become so normalized that it's like, you know what I mean? It kind of feels weird. And so I've kind of just accepted that for Fight Club right now. But, like, what if I say, like, Fuda Chica? Then it's like, move that to Sex Club? Like, equals Sex Club? Like, what? That's the kind of thing that gets really, like, brutal. Worst example of an SFW message? Oh, please don't ask me. This all went wrong during the office incident. We are still recovering. We are still recovering. But like, imagine a world, this could be PinkCubed Central. This could be real, this could be PinkCubed Central. I feel like this is bad. The music was crazy there. Never been an issue in ED server. ED server has people talking about like gooning to femboys in general chat all the time. I don't know if we're quite there. Like there's no moderation for excessive sexual talk in that server, bro. I like look in that server. That server is unhinged. People do that here. Not as bad. It's not excessive. Dude, what is excessive sexual talk then? An example of that. I mean, it's just vague, you know, and then people get mad at me. I'd watch. I mean... Oh, okay. This refers to sexual talk about children, characters, and animals. So yeah, other than that, though, there's no boundaries of it. It's just, I'm worried about, I don't like the idea of having to moderate to push everybody into that channel. Right? Because it means that, like, you can't do it anywhere else. My freedoms, question mark? And this is the reality. It's like, we have to look at this image and think, do we want this to actually happen in general chat? Different from sending you a fanfiction of your name, ex Alstofo. Do you want to send that to me? Yeah, this is a good idea. This is true. We are looping. I do know Griffith. I don't know if Griffith's a femboy. I have seen him, though. I'm pretty spoiled on Berserk. I have seen Griffith. This is also very true. This is very true. Oh, yeah. Wait, I open up eugenics. God damn it. Okay, well, okay, chat. So, okay. The idea is that we're banning NSFW, like NSFW going too far makes people uncomfortable, right? That's the idea. Things you've been joking about kind of brings out the kind of community who'd say these kinds of things. So I think having a channel like that would be good. Yeah, and that's true. I think the way my humor works is it is based around, like, I joke around like sexual things. I try to do it in as mature a way as possible while still being funny. But then the problem is people will copy that behavior, but they'll do it in ways that are cringe. And then we moderate it. And it gets really messed up. That's where it gets really brutal. No, I'm not even trying to talk about making it more strict. I'm not trying to make it more strict. I'm just trying to clarify what we're even doing. I don't know about that, Sif. Yeah, it did kind of have like a worsening though. That is true. Oh, thank you, Steve, for the throwing a gift sub at Mari. Thank you, Steve. That's very nice of you. W Steve. I love that icon. I love my icon. Yeah, I think the server has been pretty sexual. I think it got more extreme for a while, which is why I cracked down on it like a month ago. I'll just read it on my phone real quick, Terminus, unless it's really long. Is this, wait, what? Is this, wait. Oh, yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, you're basically saying that there should be some sort of conversation about, like, consequences, which right now, I think we have an okay idea on that just, like, you get warned, then you get timed out, then the timeout gets longer, then you get banned. Like, you know. We can clarify that more if we want, though. I don't know if I'm trying to do all that today, but we at least, like, right now. Actually, what is the catalyst to the sexual stuff? There was, like, a period where, like, people were sending, like, gifts to each other that were, like, I'm going to rape you. And that was, like, kind of breaching into general chat. And then, like, I opened general chat, like, a few days in a row, and every time there was some sexual conversation going on. And I was just kind of at the point, oh, the dog poll. Yeah, there was also a poll about, like, bestiality with a dog. It was like, how much would you have to get paid to, like, bang the dog? And it was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of, like, nasty. And so that was what broke my back and made me go, we are, like, yeah, and that's a good example. It's like, limit testing, we found the limit, bestiality, and then I came in and was like, we need to, like, calm down, and we need to, like, be more strict. And then in being more strict, a bunch of the normal behavior that isn't criminalized became criminalized, and then people got upset about that because it goes against the culture. You know? That's like our little loop. Yeah, and so, I mean, I think that's I'll write that down. I think that's a good thing to write down. Guys, I mean, We might have to outlaw, talk about lolly. I feel like no to bestiality kind of invites no to like anything lolly coded. Wait, did you actually DM me? It might have been like a thing where I don't see a DM from you. Unless you're spam. Maybe you got put in my spam folder. I don't see any DMs. Unless you changed your name to somebody else. Am I spam? Yo, yeah, wait, if you're... Yeah, you have to let me know your Discord name. Oh, God. Wait, this is going crazy. Am I spam? It's literally just your name. Okay, wait, I'm invested now? I'm invested now? Yo, did you actually DM me? I don't see you. Am I getting trolled? Or is this like an old DM or something? Yeah, I don't see nothing, bro. Yeah, re-DM me. Okay, okay. No more Prilla. Now you're gonna get constant arguing about what is a lolly. Maple will die. Hey, look, there it is. That's presumably you. My only issue is that these posts were against the rules even before the rule change. The new language of the current rules made people want to limit tests so much more. I generally thought like any posting of lolly stuff is banned, but like if you discuss like being into lolly, that's not right now banned. I don't think. Is it? I mean, maybe to a degree, but like we haven't really like come down on it. Like mentioning lollies is not okay, or mentioning the idea of lolly is not banned right now. But like going into like a sexual discussion about that would probably be banned right now. Can't even say the word lolly in the Eero server I'm in. Okay, I'll look on my phone. I don't like leaking DMs. Let's see. Hello, is this thing on? This is the first message I've received from you, dude. I'm scrolling up. There's nothing else here, man. Sob emoji. But yeah, so yeah. W copy paste inbound. Oh wait, no, I have to go back to here. I know. Okay, yeah, hit me with the copy paste. It sounds like it's about something cool, but not something related to this. So I'll read it after stream, or like when I'm at least finished with this. But it will be queued up in my DMs. Do not sweat. Okay. I'm not even into about protect the freedoms of others to like drawings of fake people. So we want to make the rules more loose, and now we're gonna make more rules about what people can't say. I'm just bringing it up. I'm not trying to like guys. Okay, be less accusatory, right? We are here to have a conversation. We're trying to make clear-cut rules, okay? Yeah. So, NSFW allowance. That's what we're talking about right now, okay? So the question is, do we allow... I think saying no to bestiality is fine. I think that's acceptable. I think we can all be fine with that, right? What do we... The partner to... Like, let me go to ED server. This is what I'm bringing it, right? This is what I'm comparing. Oh my god, did this song change again? What is going on? Oh, this is just a weird Minecraft. There we go. Okay, this is like where I'm pulling the new thing from, right? That like here they allow NSFW, I guess, in their channel, but like they sometimes ban stuff. Yeah, and the rules have gotten a bit looser because we are allowing insults, and making it the victim's responsibility to be like, hey, I don't like this. And also at the same time, that doesn't mean insults are good, by the way. You know? Because if someone's being a dickhead, then you can be like, hey, you're being a dickhead. And we can, like, use the culture of the server, use the community to not allow people to be mean and be bullies, right? We have the power to socially do that. No, our word's banned. We did a net ban on slurs. Sorry, FBI. Yeah. But so, like, insults are generally okay in the name of, like, joking and stuff. But if people are actually being a dickhead, then we can do something about it. And then if they don't change, then we'll, like, moderate it, you know? Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. We are, like, talking about loosening stuff because then it makes it so the mods don't have to do as much work and then makes shit easier and easier for them. Now, when it comes to stuff like slurs, we're good. And NSFW allowance is where we're stuck. I think no to bestiality is easy. Just because that's kind of, like, nasty. By the mods, you mean Sif. For what part? About them doing work? Because, yeah, Sif has been doing a lot of the actual moderating, but that's why we're trying to, like, find a way to make this, like, make more sense. I'm getting bored. Yo, bro, what do I gotta do? I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to figure this shit out. Like, yo, man, I need some Cheez-Its. Frick you, man. This is where we're at right now. I'm fine with more mods. I am fine with more mods. We can get more mods. More mods? I'm down. Is nesting doll meta? Not really. Nesting doll, it's because it's like an activator for, like, wheelhouse, whatever it's called. But it's just not that good. Lolly should be within the cases of no-nos. I mean, that is the big question, right? I think actually, like, discussing, like, your favorite lollies is probably kind of insane. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Because I think it's, like, kind of insane, but it's also, like, you have to understand, I've watched shows, like, Made in Abyss, with Shoko Tensei, even, like, ReZero, right? Whatever. And a lot of those shows have, like, fan service around characters that look underage. And that's arguably insane. I don't really like it. Monogatari. Monogatari too. Thank you, Uta. and I don't really like that. But I understand, Higurashi, I understand that that is just something that the media I engage with does. Right? And so when I'm getting audiences from those groups, there is an element of that. Of where, like, I don't want to, like, you know, have an environment that, like, the actual people are super against. Shaken Worm subscribed. PinkCubed is problematic media? I'm trying my best out here. I don't want to be problematic, but I deal with problematic stuff. Like, that's kind of the problem, is, like, I like making jokes around problematic stuff as a way to, like, highlight them as problematic. But, like, when we start allowing stuff like this, then, like, we get unironically called Lolly Haven. Japan-phobic? That, you gotta be trolling. It's just the culture, bro. I think that's crazy. The thing is, I don't even think ED's server, I've only engaged in a little bit, but I don't think their moderating is bad, per se. Because whatever they're doing is clearly working. They have an active audience with a lot of people. And part of the culture is how, like, unhinged they are. You know? That's just part of the culture. And so that's, whatever they're doing, they found a way to make it work. Isn't lolly stuff just, like, against Discord TOS anyways? Yeah, if, it depends how it's, like, I think when I'm talking about lolly, I'm talking about, like, the idea of, like, discussing, like, the word lolly. Or, like, the idea of there being this Shinobu picture with the feet gif, with the feet prisons. You know? Is the stream really that dire? We barely figured anything out. Lolly. What kind of audience do you want to get kind of thing? Everybody. Oh, I hate making decisions. I've gotten my Discord account locked multiple times for even uttering the word lolicon. Yo, maybe we shouldn't then. Low-key, this year has made me feel more a part of this community. Everyone is bad. That's how I feel. Yeah, we have an escalating punishment thing. How are we still like? We should have a 3-strike system or something. We literally have, as I've talked to you guys about, warn, timeout, bigger timeout, ban. And the bigger timeout, like, I don't know, it was like fucking like day to week to ban. Like, yes, that system exists. And I'm fine with that. Like, that's W. You know what I mean? Holy ass mog. Yeah, we can publicize it if that's the problem. I'm fine with publicizing that. Or like we could even do like transparent. We could have it like transparent where like whenever somebody gets a strike, we put it into a channel. I don't think discussing lolly is inherently problematic. It is part of anime. Obviously, if you want to say like lick lolly feet or something, that's a different case. I'm like that's pretty reasonable. I don't like censoring either. That's kind of, I've had that conversation like in Monogatari. I think it's I don't like censorship. You know, I'm pretty against censorship. That's why this is so hard for me to like engage with and figure out. You know? I witnessed this server getting called a predator server just 2 weeks ago. See, this is not good. This is something I hate. Right? This is something I really dislike. I really dislike that. So, like, honestly, maybe I just ban the word lolly and I don't care if people don't like it because I'm tired of this server being seen as a place that's okay with that. You know? Because I am really tired of that being a thing. I don't even care if it's, like, on them. Like, it is something I really dislike. So maybe an alright ban is just, like, okay. Well, no, I mean, I'm not, like, lolly gifs. I mean, any underage character gif, I'm not banning. Like an image of, a gif of Rika just walking around is not something we would ban. You know, like, that's silly. We wouldn't ban this because it has an underage character. Like, we wouldn't ban this. Well, this is a little weird, but, like, eh. Or, like, what are we gonna ban this? Like, no, we're not gonna know that. That's different. It's more like use of the word and, like, any sexualization of it. The guy who said it joined the server and has been participating in the Kiss Exist watch party. Honestly, I hate that they actually have some, like, truth to what they're saying. P-Gooth, thank you for the follow. 160p, talk about it. I'm fine with banning the word lolly. Progressively happen until you can't talk about anything. Sup, mar? It's been happening for the past fucking decade. It'll only get worse. How the fuck can we ban lolly when we have Monogatari? Yeah, on that, yeah, that's where I get stuck. Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe we just ban sexualizing them. Are we okay with that? Are we okay with that, chatter? Or like, okay, the chatters that are talking about being censored and stuff, because I get it. What about just the idea of banning anything sexual relating to that? Like, is that reasonable? Because, yeah, like, redacting any mention of Hachikuji is insane. Or, like, redacting any image of Rika is insane, right? But saying, like, oh, I want to, quote, reignite her uterus, that's kind of insane. Right? Like that, like, any sexualization of a underage character probably should just not be okay. Then there will be, but Nadeko is not a lolly. No, she's a lolly. Don't sexualize her. Yeah, I mean, that is just going to be a massive pain in the ass, but, like, yeah. In context, imagine she was 50. Oh, the cube board fucked them for that. That is still kind of an insane conversation. Let me think of this character that's underage. If they were 50, how would I reignite their uterus? What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Like, we're getting lost. Like, guys, it's like, okay, I'm pulling out a Nietzsche quote. It's not even actually, is it even a Nietzsche quote, the gaze into the abyss thing? I actually don't think it is. I think that's a misattributed. Oh, no, it is? Oh, it is. Oh, it's from Beyond Good and Evil. If you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you. I gaze into the abyss, but I'm smart about it so it doesn't gaze into me. Y'all get stuck in the abyss. That's the difference. I managed to keep my sanity, alright? But y'all end up going crazy. And that's where we get a problem. You know? Yeah. In their Predator server. See, I just don't like that, man. Yeah, and I'm honestly not even like I'm trying to kind of stay away from some of that media a little bit more. Well, that's not even true. I don't know. I'm tired of it. That kind of media actually pisses me off. Everyone's insane but me. True. Okay, so how about, did we ever get replies from the people saying like we shouldn't sexualize lolly? I guess the reply was just like, well, how do you like the discretion thing, right? I think you would just say, if it's close, then don't do it. Right? Like, I don't know. We might just have to accept the discretion L on that one. I think that's just reasonable. I'll just do underrated. I don't want to get sniped for typing the word lolly. If you have to argue that they are or aren't a lolly, I mean, they probably are. You know? I mean, to some degree, yeah. Can I sexualize Rebecca? I don't, like... That's why I'm putting underaged. Kind of a little bit. 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 Push back on this, Chad. Push back on this. Oh, wait. Is that the problem? Is that I'm too fair? And I should just start doing shit and say, LOL, fuck you. Okay, I don't even care about lollies, but banning the word is absolutely insane. I'm not talking about banning the word. I'm talking about banning sexualizing. Banning sexualizing, fine, but also it's anime drawings. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Is Hanakawa a lolly? In that one flashback, yeah. Right? Spoilers. Nope. You are being super fair. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, well, I think, like, I don't know. No, it's annoying when people argue with mods because it goes in like circles and people just don't want to be, like, you know, it can be really annoying and frustrating. Like, there is something about the, like, just accept that your post got banned or gotten deleted. Like, just chill out. It's not a flashback rewatch, dude. I'm going to kill you. Visually underage is the only distinction you can make that is somewhat fair. Yeah, I just hate how, like, close it is because it hits, like, petite women. Like, that's where it gets so fucking annoying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Rebecca, that's the thing, isn't, I'm looking at Rebecca again. Just as an example. I just, like, I don't get it, man. I don't think she looks like a kid. Like, and we're stuck here again. I don't think we're ever gonna get there. This is why I don't extend protection to people that aren't real. It's more about just, like, I don't want this place to be called Lolly Haven. I think that's fucking insane. Sequel to the Nisei Monogatari episode 4 discussion. Rebecca Cyberpunk. I'll get a random... I don't even know what, like, this is just, like, you know what I mean? Creator said she's a lolly, this is what she looks like, but I don't think she looks like a kid. It's just annoying. It's annoying because, like, you get into, like, the, oh, is it a lolly? Is it not gonna be a lolly? It's fucking annoying. The server is going to be called a lolly haven even if you ban it. Yeah, and, like, to be honest, to my eyes, she does look like a kid, and that's fair. And we just see it differently. And that's why we're gonna always be stuck in hell. That's why this is such, that's why I hate this thing. And that's why, like, I get, okay, so the We can either do what we did with slurs, where we do like some sort of outright ban, and to basically spare us the problem of having to like deal with the gray zone, or we allow the gray zone and then just like have to deal with it. I mean, that's just where we're at, right? No gray zone, it's just your perception of things. What I mean is that the gray zone is that we see it differently. So like where I see white, you see black type shit. Or where I see like dark gray, you see light gray, and we get fucking stuck. Again, it's all in jokes and that leads to the reputation. You can't change that. Best thing is enforcing sexual lolly stuff. You can post your lollies, just don't sexualize the canon lollies, and the visual lollies are clearly not adult in canon. What OST is this? Minecraft? I don't know. This is Minecraft 47. Haunt Muskie in Minecraft. Dumb politicians or trolls won't magically stop calling the server that, even if y'all are banned with public shaming. It won't magically happen overnight. Yeah, like, duh. But, like, there is a way to adjust. Like, this didn't come from nowhere, you know? There is a way to identify where it came from, adjust it, and then it'll hopefully be a little better over time. Right? What I'm saying is if you just make the rules based on your perspective, then there is no thinking differently, because by joining the server, you agree to follow your rules that you decide where the line falls. Yeah, maybe that just requires, like, I don't like moderating. I don't like time moderating. And so and then the mods don't know what to do, because they don't know what my perspective is, because my perspective is, like, nuanced, you know? So it's like, I think sometimes a thing is bad, but sometimes it's not as bad. And then the mods are like, what do I do, man? What do I do, man? And then fucking explode. You know what I mean? Yeah. Doesn't give us any guidance is also not true, because I spend fucking 10 years of my time talking to y'all about it, okay? Saying, like, I don't do shit. Like, I obviously do shit. It just isn't working. Which isn't necessarily even a me problem. There's just a problem with whatever's happening. Oh. You make detailed rule descriptions and leave it up to moderator's discretion. There's nothing additionally you can do. Yeah. So I guess we're on the phase of trying to, like, get good stuff. After the fact, you change your mind in 2 days. Bro, you're gonna drive me crazy. You're out here banning diarrhea cum. Like, we gotta chill out, man. Rule as in another server. Sexualization of a child character is not allowed under any circumstances. Therefore, 400 euros does not bypass this rule. There's a handle on a case-by-case basis, but use your best discretion to not be a weirdo. With the nature of anime, there are teenage characters that do not look their age in both ways, so this is not a hard rule by any means and will be handled individually. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, I mean, doing like a discretion thing, I think is reasonable. And just having to accept that. And like, I think that's good. Because if somebody is posting a character that is like kind of close to it and they get hit for that, I think they'll be able to be like, yeah, that's reasonable. As opposed to like any ban on all NSFW. Like that's something that is a lot less like reasonable. Like if you're taking the risk to like do a thing, you know, knowing that like it's a bit of a risky thing and then it doesn't go your way because of individual discretion, then you just gotta like accept it. Yeah, maybe let me like copy this and like adjust this a little bit. I think that's fine. I kind of like this. Yeah, and then if people like want to be like annoying about it, like just accept the problem. You know? And that's why like we'll leave it up to like there is a case by case. This is very specifically something that we are case by casing. Better blanket ban. I mean, but what is the blanket ban doesn't work because like then you have to define lolly and you can't define lolly. Like we blanket and what are we banning? Like if I say I want to like bang Tatsumaki from One Punch Man, am I blanket ban? That would be hit by the blanket ban probably, because some people consider her a lolly. But it's you know I think just kind of agreeing that it's gonna be a little case by case. Check to state lolly ban law definition. Oh my god. I don't know what I want. That's why I'm talking to y'all about it. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why we're coming together and figuring it out, man. I honestly don't give that much of a fuck. Doesn't fly in other places? What other... You have to be way more specific. Like, saying that Tatsumaki is hot, I think that is not, like, unreasonable. And I think that would fly in a good handful of these servers. Have you ever known what you want? Not really. Not really. Yeah, like Raven from Teen Titans. Like, bro, we all had a crush on Raven when we were kids, bro. I'm not a Shota. Okay. He wants a 10 win. Agreed. You want the solution that makes the most people happy, thus causing you the least problems. Well said. You put it well said. I want the solution where y'all are happy and I don't have to deal with it. Because I very rarely am, like, personally, like disgusted to the point that I want to, like, ban something or change the rules. That's very rare for me. So all I really want is to, like, stop having a problem. I just want the problems to stop. I just want the pain to stop, man. Yeah. And so that's why, like, I think a town council, like, doing town councils every once in a while is a good idea. So yeah, I think this is reasonable. Enough said, nuke the server. Agreed. I think this is reasonable. Something like this. Good night, Senbiki. Good night, good night. Yeah. Otherwise, though, like... Yeah. No, it's good. And then, like, it's kind of... I think we're just accepting some level of discretion with the NSFW allowance. Yeah. But it just kind of is what it is. Because I don't really know how to engage with it otherwise when I literally watch these kinds of shows. Like, there's no other way to, like, engage with it. Allow for hostile takeovers of the state if enough supporters gathered. I mean, that's the election idea. That is the election idea. We can go back to the election idea, y'all. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And then, okay, Fight Club allowance. I think the change we made to these pretty much, like, extends to Fight Club. I don't know what else needs to be, like, done with Fight Club. Right? Like, I guess Fight Club, the point is for more serious discussions / politics. So that people aren't blasted with politics in general. Something like that. I feel like that's kind of the point. The election idea sucks. New general civility rule. It's up to the... Insults are fine unless the person, like, isn't fine with it. And then they have to tell us. And then it's their fault. GG. And then slurs are no. Yeah. That's the idea. And this is in Cube board if anybody wants to look it up. Like, should it be completely fucked within 24 hours? It'd be so funny. It'd be so funny. Yeah. All right, well, chat, I'm kind of feeling like I'm winding down on this. I'm, like, running out of steam. Do we have anything, like, what, like... Do we feel like we've clarified at least partially what's going on? Do we feel like we have a little bit of our head screwed on a little bit tighter, a little bit better? What else do we need to handle? What caused this again? I don't even remember, dude. Somebody typing diarrhea poop? Hell no. Let's gather some ideas regarding election stuff next town hall. I'm serious. That could be funny. I need to think about it. Unban me from Fight Club. Nothing happened. Yo, this is something. This is something. Thank you, Madre. Farewell. Think if we actually do the server-wide polls related to these instead of fully blanket enacting all of this? Oh, that could be reasonable. Yeah. Because this is currently what we're thinking, but also this, yeah, is only including, like, the stream group, right? So, like, yeah. Shinobu is straight up not a lolly, bro. You are coping. You are coping so hard. I don't even know what your definition is, but it is not close to my definition. Bro, this is what I mean by, like, that's why it's, like, so, this discretion thing is so fucked. But, yeah. Caused by chili with a little cum on top. Their definition is mental, yours is physical. Yeah, and it's just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. Wait, am I just sexist? I like lolly too. That's not real. That is not real. That is not real. Fuck you. Bro, she's actually 300 years old. I do the physical. I think physical, it's like physical or it's like, I don't know. I hate this conversation. This conversation's stupid. We just have different criteria for our same term, you know? The term is just fucked because everyone has different ideas what the term means. Like half the people think one thing, half the people think another one. You know, it's just fucked. So it's not even worth like having a discussion around it. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's like one of us can change our definition, but like, what does it actually do? You know what I mean? Yeah. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Side with the freedom side. Hell yeah, America, freedom. Freedom. Yeah, well, that's, at that point, it's not even, I don't know. I don't want to have this discussion. Okay. I'm back reading. Throw some of these into polls in the Discord. I think that's a reasonable idea. I was active in your server for like a month, so I don't know if you value more of an outsider perspective, but half of the server feels really weird and create a crazy vibe that creates a feeling of over-moderation if you're an actually normal person. Ooh, wait. Elaborate? What do we mean by this? So do you mean like... Because you're saying... It's kind of... It's interesting. You're saying it feels really weird? Do you mean weird as in like overly sexual or like what? Like what do you mean by weird? And then the over-moderation... Yeah, I'm a little like... What, yeah, what's the over-moderation in context to? Normal person in chat. Low Kirky Winley. Thought it was from that. The server is weird. That's what I like about it. It's what makes it unique. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I do agree with that. Like that's the fun part of the server is that it has a little bit of the spice. And so I want to keep the spice alive, but I also don't want to be punished by the spice too much. You know, we have to, like, I feel like there's a golden medium somewhere in there. Or we can, or we can just say, fuck it, 18 plus, we become another Slop server. Or just say, fuck it, who cares, and become like an ultra moderated server. I hired like 50 mods, and then it's just stupid. Yeah, spoilers are kind of important. I'm fine with the spoiler rules as they, you know. It is a, like, yeah. Just don't spoil stuff. 2 mods per member. Now I'm talking, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you can still post just spoiler tag stuff, and you'll be fine. So, I think that's very reasonable. Yeah, that's a funny question. Yeah, I think that that's kind of why I'm trying to like get us to chill out a little bit and give us structure for chilling out a little bit. Over moderate for my tastes, but I don't really care. PinkCubed if he was a good streamer. Pink if he uploaded anything. See, but like, you know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I just get abused. I get unironically harassed more than anybody else. And so whenever people are like that's kind of part of the thing too, from my perspective. I gotta talk about that. Where like, the rules are like anti-harassment, anti-hate, whatever. And like jokes, whatever. And we sometimes like, people will sometimes get in trouble for this and then they'll complain about it. And it's like, I think I actually unironically get kind of harassed. And it's kind of fine because like, I think that's just how like content creation works, that people are gonna be annoying. So like, I don't make it a thing. Yeah, you can call it out. And I do try to call it out by just saying like, yeah, I don't know. Like this is clearly just kind of like not a nice thing to say. I don't like it. I don't, you know, it's not, It's not exactly funny, you know? So it just kind of sucks, right? And if it's on stream, like, I sometimes have a way to, like, jokingly do it that I can kind of turn it into content. But yeah, I definitely, like, don't like it when people are like, oh, you suck, you do nothing, blah, blah, blah. But I accept it because guess what? That's the internet, you know? I'm not out here trying to be like, blah, blah, blah. I'm sensitive, blah, blah, blah. Like, go open a ticket, buddy. It's like, no, I don't need to open a ticket, bro. I'm fine. It's not a big deal, right? It's not nice, but is it wrong? How is it right? Ban people if you genuinely don't like something. And I reserve the right to do that, right? And so if it, like, ever bothers me to the point that I'm actually frustrated, then I actually will, like, you know what I mean? This is what I'm, Oi said it. This is what I'm trying to say. Those kind of comments are unironically more rude than, like, half the shit people actually complain about. Exactly. That's what I mean. Where, like, I put up with mean comments because I'm okay with that, and I accept a degree of rudeness and harassment in the position of content creator, and I think that's I think that's just a good thing to accept, you know? And so whenever people get really, like, twisted about, like, other stuff, sometimes I roll my eyes a little bit. It's like, oh, we really, like, oh, harassment rules. Like, bro, the people, like everybody that complains about harassment rules also do it to me. So it kind of feels like chat's hypocritical sometimes, you know? But I don't mind that much. It only kind of, I think the only reason it really gets on my nerve is because, like, it then becomes my problem when people are getting harassed because, like, oh, you never do anything, blah, blah, blah. Is me posting stickers daily in Oshinoko harassment? Not really, it's fine. You know, like, it's clearly pointing out that I'm, like, not uploading, but, like, whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can we admit it's all about me? Bro, you wish that it was one person, bro. Yeah, and I want people to be able to, like toy around, right? Like, that's kind of my point, is, like, the point is that, like, even if I don't like it, I like y'all having the freedom to do it to a degree. That's, like, the big point. That's the truth, Nuke. You know? Where I don't want people to be unable to, like, do stuff. And if it, like, I have, like, a thick enough skin that I can, like, I can tank a little bit of damage, it's fine. Because I value the environment enough that I don't want to, like, put my feelings over the environment or something. But if it actually bothers me to the point that I want to, I will. I'll lock in. I'll make moves. Yeah. But it's just, that's the kind of thing. So whenever we're talking about, like, oh, we need to be, like, ultra consistent, blah, 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 it's, like, crazy. That's where it feels kind of crazy to me, because people are not consistent, because I get it to me. Yeah, I'm fine with spawn protection. I think that's good. I can put that in the keyboard thing. Spawn protection is good. At the end of the day, you are the dictator. Yeah, and that's why, like, yeah, it's like I allow people to, like, punching bag me a little bit, and I, like, dictate that as okay, and then people complain about getting punching bagged. It's like, I don't know, guys. What are we even talking about? Spawn protection is just the idea that if you're new to the server, like, you're a little bit, like people have to be a little nicer to you. Like, don't insult new people. Like, they're kind of, like, exempt from this, like, victim blamey rule. They shouldn't know they have spawn protection. I feel like that's all, yeah, it's a little bit like, we should all just do that no matter what. I get secondhand annoyed sometimes about that kind of thing, but I know you're fine, so I don't care. Yeah. A little playful ribbing for your upload schedule and stuff now and then, but sure, it gets taken too far sometimes. It's just so constant. And it's like, it also, like, obviously I care about this channel. You know, so it can be frustrating whenever people are, like always just try to, like, tear it down. And, like, be like, oh, you're, like, so bad at, like, you're so bad at it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, bro, I know where I'm failing, but I don't have to, like, because your upload schedule is constantly bad. Like, I'm aware. I'm more aware than any of y'all. And so whenever people, like, use it to constantly, like, be rude, it's just kind of annoying. You know? Like, it's like, that's actually victim blaming. That is actually unironic victim blaming. You know what I mean? Where it's like, well, duh. Like, you're actually stupid. You scored bad on your test, so me calling you an idiot is fine? Well, like, yeah, no shit. Like, they know they're an idiot. That's why it's hurting, you know? And well, I'm not going to add it to the rules because I'm also just kind of okay with it, you know? I think it's annoying, and I'll get on to people whenever people are annoying. I tell people, like, you're being kind of a dickhead. Whenever it actually bugs me. And then also, if it doesn't bug me, I can turn it into content. I can, you know, like Like the ultra thing on like last stream was good. You know? And I know it's also, yeah. It's just like, when people make jokes, people think they're making jokes, but people don't make jokes. That's like an entire thing. People will be like, oh, I'm just teasing. Oh, I'm just joking. You're not teasing. You're not joking. You mean what you're saying, right? You're just using tease or joke to hide it. It's so annoying. Like, if you are upset that I'm not uploading enough, just tell me that. You don't have to be like, oh, wow, you're so bad and cringe and stupid. Lol. Like, the lol doesn't do anything. You know? You're like, it's just like, you gotta like, if you're gonna complain, at least just complain. And I'll be like, yeah, valid, you know? And maybe, especially if there's like constructive criticism in it, you know? But like pretending to joke, it's like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing, bro? Let me back read a little bit. Wait. I will tone that down, and a lot of y'all are probably fine about it. It's kind of like, it's a reason that like I haven't hung around in like my own Discord server nearly as much as I have in the past, because like half the time I do, people complain or like joke at my expense. It's like, why would I spend time here? It's literally a waste of my time. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't care that much, you know? Yeah, it's just blech. I feel like I read something that I wanted to redo. Or to, like, talk about. You should name names. I, like, forget after it happens so fast. I would actually have to look again. I don't distinguish between people that much a lot of the time. Like, it really depends. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should also just try to be a bit more, unironic dictator. Like, I try to be, like, fair. It's because I, like, spend so much time in, like, philosophy or whatever. Like, I spend so much time, like, trying to be just and doing justice and all that. And I know how to, like, go on the spirals. And so it can be really brutal. Yeah, I can probably be better about that, Yana. Maybe saying there's a weird vibe earlier was wrong. It just feels like the server is very cliquey, and there's a strange culture about trying to break rules constantly. Yeah, like, that's maybe low-key true. I think that's low-key kind of true. But, yeah. And I don't want it to feel too cliquey. I want it to feel like people can join in and, like, be able to participate in how fun it is. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I have gotten a lot of DMs. Do something about it, and I can, but it's also like, my problem is whenever, like, and this is like a me thing at this point. This is like a me thing where, like, whenever I get annoyed for people, instead of trying to fix it, I usually just like cut them off, right? And that's not even that true. I've tried to be better about that in recent time, but like in the, like, before the last year, pretty much it's like, oh, if I don't like you, I'm just going to stop talking to you and disengage completely, you know? And in the last year, I've gotten a lot better at being like direct conflict and being like, what you are doing, I do not like. I would ask you to stop doing this, you know? And so, yeah, it's just very draining for me to like do confrontation. I think, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty true, Ruta. I think generally, that's why whenever I, like, the server acts in such a way that, like, I don't like being in there, instead of going in and trying to fix it, why would I waste time doing that if I could just leave? Like, that's just kind of how I function. However, it is literally my server, and so I should probably be a bit more, like, care a bit more about wanting to spend time on it. I don't know. It's just hard for me to make myself care sometimes. More laid back / mod discretion works better than what we have now. It worked before just fine before we changed it. Like, I don't even think the rules have changed that much. It's just the way that things are laid out that invite confrontation. Yeah, it's just kind of hard because, like, a lot of people, like, complain that they're like, oh, there's no rules. This server's such a mess, blah, blah, blah. And so if we go and we say, just leave it to the mods, then we're just going to be at the same problem. where some mods are going to be a little more gung-ho than others, which is reasonable. But then people will complain about it. It'll be just a fucking nightmare again. Like, I feel like we're in too deep. Who's complaining? Like the food thing earlier. Like this whole thing. Like, we're not, like, where's the food images? Where's the food images? I don't see no food. And, like, hey, it would be nice if people would just chill out a little bit. Like, the mods are literally just people trying to make the space more inviting, right? ED server has this catch-all rule. Use common sense. If something isn't on the rule list, but it's obviously starting to do, you're not exempt from punishment. It's up to the moderator. That's called discretion. Yeah. Yeah, and that's, yeah, there is like a thing there with new people having exactly that thought is why I don't want, what I don't want with seeing weird shit in general, or initial aggression. Yeah, that's why we want to like help bring people into the culture a bit better, into the community. And is like the idea of against the anti-NSFW stuff. But, yeah. How much do you want the Discord to grow? Ideally a lot. That's kind of what's important to me. Yo, food! Yo, food! Oh, W. Ban anyone who's complaining. W. Yo, the Baconator? Yo, I should go get a Baconator. Yo, is that diarrhea? That actually looks good. That's the annoying thing, is I'd actually eat that. You know? So I don't like that now I associate with diarrhea and cum. It's like, I'd actually eat that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, DC. I do see what you're saying. Oh god, we're repeating it. We're repeating it. Yep. Do I have anything else to add? So we started the town hall, and I had 0 DMs, and I feel like I had no idea what was going on, and we ended the town hall, and I have 10 DMs, and I feel like I only have a slight idea of what's going on. Oh no, Mai is very well made and has a good message. Bro's using the chance to shill Oh no Mai. We're freaking over. Okay, let me, I'm gonna leave this here just because it's fine. This isn't rules, but let me, like, let me pull some stuff. Let me pull some stuff. So, like, how about like this? I'm gonna pull this. So like, I'm gonna put this, and then the pull is, I prefer this over the current rules. I want it to be, I want insults to be generally allowed, but have moderation step in when people get offended and verbalize it. I do not like this rule set. Period. I do not like this rules. You can go to bed, Tyrant. Just go to bed. To the mods. I do not like this rule set. I want more preemptive. I want civility to be enforced even if people aren't actively complaining to mods. Alright, complaining is kind of a loaded word. Aren't actively asking mods to intervene. I don't like this rule set, but for a different reason. Something like this. And then I'll give signs. Check. X mark 6-point star. Frick it, X-ray. And then tuba. Trumpet. Trumpet. Okay. Check. X-ray. Trumpet. Okay. Go vote in the poll for what you think with this idea. And we'll give that time to sit. 97-year-old man still does polls the old way. Please, man. Please, man. Jewish mysticism mentioned. Yo, why did when I read this, does that include or disclude Fight Club? I thought counting or not counting gang violence. This includes Fight Club. Fight Club, you're allowed to, yeah, obviously, sorry, obviously is a bit, I'm not trying to be rude. Yes, including Fight Club. Like, Fight Club is not a separate entity here. I watch anime for the actual good story. I like, for me, Onamaya, I like the cute outfits. Just using it as fashion. Can I say counting or not counting gang violence in Gen Chat? Please don't make me even think about that. I don't know, bro. I personally don't care at all because I think it's funny. Redo it as a real poll? I think this is fine. I don't know how to do real polls. Look, we already got a bunch of checks. Oh my god, how do I do a poll? But I have to retype it all. Man, frick you. I don't want to retype it all. Hey, it's fine. Click the plus. The emotes are so bad, man. If you cannot navigate your finger to the X-ray emote and click, then you are freaking brain rotted, and that is your own issue. Next to where you type left side. Ow! Man, frick y'all. I'm keeping the other stuff. I'm fine with question. It kind of cut off that, but it's fine. This is about this. This is specifically about this. Specifically about this. All right, W. Voter interference, stop the count. Stop the count. Stop the count. Okay, so far the initial response seems positive, which is good. Because what I like about this is it makes it so that we cannot, like, we don't have to like sanitize everything preemptively. We only sanitize things that people agree as are a problem. Can't even vote in this on mobile. Unlucky. Also, Vermilion, like, if anybody has, like, I don't like these rules for another reason, then you'll have to, like, let us know, obviously. Yeah. I think, well, I'll just start with that one, and then I can go back, like, maybe tomorrow. Alright, do I want to post them all right now? Maybe I should just post them all right now. I'll just post them all right now, why not? Honestly. fair. Okay. Ban all slurs, including gray area ones, like the R word. Ban obvious slurs, like N-word, but have some gray area. Something like that. Uta is snoring. Uta, vote. Okay. And then... do I even try to, like... This? I feel like we didn't really move on NSFW. We just kind of... Like, I feel like we didn't actually move that much. I guess we just kind of use these as more specific examples compared to the first, that are like current ones. Didn't get solved. Yeah, I just don't like I think generally we should be a lot more lax, because I think, okay, see, like, this makes me giggle. I don't want to ban it. I think it's funny. Frick you, PinkCubed. Oh, I can also wait. Yeah, ticketing system's in there. People that vote in PinkCubed polls but won't vote for an IRL election. It's true. It is true. Very true. Thoughts? W PinkCubed, L PinkCubed? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Part of the issue is they give things a passive to make you laugh, but is that even a issue? That's lit. I don't want to ban things that's like, oh man, you know what I mean? Like, who, like, if it doesn't hurt anybody and it makes me happy and or makes someone else happy, then why would we ever criminalize it? You know? It's like we are deleting things that aren't hurting people and if anything are actually contributing to the server existing and being fun. That's like the L. You know? Makes people unhappy that don't want to see it. I feel like, but who? Right? Like, yes, that's the risk, but like I don't know, like the diarrhea thing, is that really bothering anybody that much? And if so, it's almost like user error. Like, yeah, I guess it's just like a hedonism problem. Right, where it's like, I get heat-ons, but somebody else loses heat-ons. Like, how do you rank that? And like, ideally, you just pick the one that like has the most positive, the most heat-ons, the most up, even if it means that some people go down. And like, that's generally kind of where I'm at. If that bothers you, that's a you problem 100%. Yeah, and there's like some things that like, I agree it's like a you problem if something bothers you, but there's other things like I don't know, saying like crazy like Nazi support. It's not like a you problem if somebody's like, hey, I don't want to see that shit. Or like gore. Like, so like there is a realm in which it no longer becomes a you problem if it's like gore or porn in general chat, right? Is this just vibe-based with extra steps? It's always been vibe-based with extra steps. No, I mean, that wouldn't be. That's not true, but I was talking about politics. It's kind of all the same difference a little bit. I mean, because that's kind of my same idea with like, yeah, it kind of applies everywhere. Honestly, I'll take that. Uta, and Alcides. Vibe based, we're trying to hide it. It's just like vibe based, we're trying to get everybody on the same vibe. Yeah, it's all a you problem, just about which problem you respect and you don't respect. No reason to pretend otherwise. I like that. I like that. I like that way of putting it. And there's like some you problems that are generally respected, such as like, I don't want to see like porn in my general chat, you know? And obviously like, yeah, it's a fucking against TOS, but we could make it 18 plus and make it fine. But I still wouldn't like it, you know? And so which you problems do we respect or not respect? If somebody has their problem of I don't like seeing the like diarrhea come in a pretty like in a reasonably like quick way. It's not like we're having a whole full conversation about it and we're not actually showing images of anything. Yeah. Your food looks like shit would come. That's like rude, but like it's not. I feel like it's not so bad that it's not. That's not a you problem. I would respect if somebody was upset about that. I'd be like, I would probably agree, like, I wouldn't not respect it. I'd be like, yeah, I mean, that's reasonable to be upset, but it's not so crazy that I would, like, dare to moderate it kind of thing. You know? I'm just too nuanced, man. I'm too nuanced. Maybe that's my thing. Yeah, and I don't want to do anything that's, like, labeling the server 18 plus, especially with we don't know what Discord's going to be like. Yeah. But if somebody is, like, consistently being, like, an asshole to everybody, then at that point, like, we should just ban them, you know? So there is a gradient to how much we, like, kind of victim blame. No, we're not talking about Manos. There is, like, a gradient to how much we victim blame. Or, like, put it on the victim, rather, to, like, do something about it. And I think we should increase that and be less protective, because the more protective we are, the more that we are, like, limiting people just existing. Like people hanging out and chattering and talking about like the poop thing. I mean, I don't even know who's upset. And so like to preemptively do stuff without knowing that somebody's upset is kind of like I just feel like unnecessary. And then people are going to be upset about being like moderated. Yeah, okay. And we can add anonymous mod. I think I'm cool with that. I don't know how. If any of you guys know how, that'd be cool. Yeah, ticket should be good. Anonymous mod tips is kind of dumb ammo. I think it's fine. I mean, it doesn't have to be anonymous, but like, if somebody wants to be anonymous for some reason, like, it's still like worth investigating. If somebody says like, I'm being abused in DMs and I'm giving you no proof and I'm just gonna say it, like, you're probably lying. I'm not gonna believe you. But if someone is like, yeah, this, like, I feel like this person's being really mean over and over and they're showing like screen caps and the person is being mean, it's like, yeah, I'll take that. We just want it to be like accessible, and some people are gonna be weird about it, so I might as well try to be accessible. AG, do you know how to like, how do I actually set this up? How do I set up mod mail? Can I just get somebody else to do it? W chat? Add Mude. Can someone else do, what needs to be done? No, I'm talking about like in the server. Yeah, no, in DMs it's like kind of not our problem. Or maybe I misspoke, sorry, maybe I misspoke. Because yeah, you could just block them. Sure. Number of people in this community have specifically said that they feel like they're making too much of a push against the flow of the community if they state it publicly and they feel ashamed. Give me Elder and I'll figure it out. AG. Welcome aboard. Okay. How are we feeling? We feeling pretty good, chat? Do we feel better? Not necessarily good, but do we at least feel better? That's all we're looking for, man. We're just looking for a little bit better. No. Okay? We gotta know. Yeah. We're 50-50. Wait, one last poll. One last poll in the server. Or in this. I'm gonna hold a 2-minute poll. Are we feeling better? Yes? No? Fuck you, PinkCubed. How about this? It's shit. Okay, we have 1 fuck you PinkCubed. 3 fuck you PinkCubes. If insults are fine, you just have to have the person, like, do something about it. The only thing that it's still kind of up to discretion is NSFW, but overall, we should just chill out. Unless, like, it's kind of egregious. Or if people are, like, upset about it and, like, notifying you. But mostly, putting it onto the, you know, maybe I just close this. Mostly, just putting it, like you have to, like, call for help for the mods to, like, be inclined to help. Yeah, and the escalation thing still exists. Well, that's what monologuing is supposed to be. I kind of that was kind of the point of monologuing in my mind. That's why we made monologuing. I mean, I can make a new one, but I feel like we need like a spreadsheet. Oh, public? I'd be fine with that, yeah. If we want to have a public thing. It's kind of a crazy thing, but yeah. Yeah, I mentioned that as an idea. Or maybe termed it, somebody did. Okay, so we have 2 feeling better, 1 feeling worse, or not feeling better at least, and then 8 people that hate me. I feel like if I put this pull out at the beginning of the stream, it would have been 11 fuck you PinkCubes. And so honestly, I think we've done better. 12. I mean 12. I can't, it's anonymous, bro. Fuck it, I do feel better now. W-mans. I feel better. I feel better about it. What, am I not allowed to vote? I think public's generally a good idea, but I don't know, maybe we could hold another poll on it. I think right now we can just have the 2 current polls circulate, AG setting up the mod mail thing, and then we're good. I feel fine, but you cannot include a fuck you option and not choose it. That's so real. That is so real. I really shot myself in the foot with that one. Is this... Wait, is this survivorship bias? Could be survivorship bias. Hand over face. Talk about it. By the way, every time I send a message, that's how I do it. I say it out loud. I actually do that kind of on my own. Is there a way to hide who answered what in a Discord poll? I don't know. Our Chinese spies left due to bullying. True. That's so true. Okay, well, I think that's good. What day is it? Saturday? Saturday. Oh, it's Valentine's. Happy Valentine's. I don't, politics talk, I don't, like, maybe that's part of it, but, like, we kind of get, like, people leave all the time for whatever reasons, you know? Like, it's hard to know for sure. We don't have, like, actual stats. I don't want to, like, overly... Yeah, I could do a run of the bazaar. You can't just publicly, politely say what you want or think and instead go cry in my DMs. I don't view you as someone that should be kept around. I don't know if it's specifically the politics that's making people leave. Attacking new people is bad. That definitely is. But, like, it's just a little hard to know. Someone starts spamming the N slur before leaving? Who? I leave most server I join PinkCubed. It's not due to a reason, really. Most people just don't say. Exactly. That's what I think. I think that's, yeah. People just leave servers. That's very normal. I do finger up IRL whenever I use the emoji. No, Dumel. Think about it. It's the bazaar. Or I could do a Mugenics run. Do we want to do a Mugenics run? Maybe? We can, like, redeem this stream. Do I even want to do that? I'm kind of hungry, actually. All I've eaten today is my Cheez-Its. Oh, man. Maybe I just go eat food. Though I'd prefer sleep. Then, dude, if you prefer... you can sleep, bro. Like, I don't need you to be here for me to play Eugenics, bro. You can sleep, bro. Go sleep. You are not obligated to be here. None of the mods are obligated to hang around. It's nice, but, like, if I ever need a mod, I'll just mod someone. It's fine. But I love eugenics. This guy's abused. Go watch the VOD. I played eugenics a little bit earlier. You can watch the VOD. No, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Loki, I've been holding off on dinner because of the stream. Yeah, me too, Ray. It's true. I did have to time out Vermilia. I think it's also like people probably don't feel comfortable reaching out to me if there's ever problems, but like I am open to people reaching out to me as well. I saw the VOD already. Unlucky. Unlucky. Let me look at all these DMs real quick. Okay, that's just an image of like Shion/Meon with boobies. Okay, that's a thing. Ooh, me message Pink and appear on stream. Yippee. That's Heathcliff. That's Fopta. That's Judy Hopps twerking. I love this one. Heart emoji. W PinkCubed. I like that. I will genuinely try to only bash you for playing Bizarre. Badass fucking skeleton banging a shield. Incredible. Uta. Oh, this is... Oh, I hate this. Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I hate that one. I hate that one. Okay, I'm back. Who was the Meon person? We both know it was you, Brotato Chip. The audio playing is crazy. Alright, well, I need to decide what I'm going to do right this second. I think I'm going to at least end this stream. I might stream again later tonight, maybe not. I'll either record or I'll stream, or I'll, like, I don't know, do something on my own. But I'm going to at least end stream right now so that this stream remains just a Town Hall stream and we don't, like, add something to the end. Have you heard of the hit game Deadlock? Okay. But yeah, hopefully that's a good little bit of effort here to make our shared environment a little bit better. I would also ask very plainly for chatters themselves to try to be chill and not a problem. Because I hate moderating with all my soul. I hate rules. I'm kind of a chaotic good kind of guy. As opposed to a lawful good kind of guy. And so I prefer if we can engage in such a way that I don't need to like start engaging with rules and like doing shit, you know? He thinks he is good. He tries. And I think that's what matters. I think this was a good idea to stream it. I do like the idea of use community for content. I think that was fun. It got a lot of people over here, which is cool. Yeah, no, I think it was good. But does he really? Something to think about. I try less than I could. It is true. I could try more to be good. Posting on YouTube. Good night, Pink. Happy Valentine's Day. Mwah. If anything, this shows you the potential of just chatting. Oh yeah, I think I am a pretty good just chatting guy. I think I have good banter ability. I've come around on that. Honestly, playing Higurashi with y'all, it's like, bro, I could talk about piss all day. You know what I mean? You give me... What's the... Okay, I'm about to do a quote. Ready? Wait. Give me... Okay, yeah. Archimedes quote. I'm gonna do a play on Archimedes. Give me chatters and a stream on which to place them, and I shall rule the content creation. Give me enough chatters and a stream to put them in, and I shall rule content creation. Archimedes. Archimedes. Anyways, that's it for this stream chat. W Town Hall, W Town Council, W Town Hall. Appreciate you all for sticking by. I'll see you maybe later for stream or something. I don't know. Inconsistent, Andy. But if nothing else, the next guaranteed stream Tuesday Higurashi, Thursday Project Moon. Both of those should be really fun. And yeah.